How do you measure the human spirit? In points? Distance? Maybe decibels? Or maybe there's no way to measure the human spirit, because as you remind us every day, it simply has no limit. Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit.
Florida Blue presents game-changing health solutions. Did you know you can relieve stress by doing yoga at a Florida Blue center?
And exhale.
Treating yourself to Florida Blue discounts. Seeing a chiropractor covered by Florida Blue. Having your own Florida Blue health consultant.
Welcome.
Or cheering on your team right now. Discover more game-changing health solutions at FloridaBlue.com. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
Welcome back inside the Kia Center. Jake Chapman here with you. We are ready and set for game number 4. The Magic still trailing the best-of-7 series with the 2 seeds Celtics, 2-1, but a 95-93 win on Friday night certainly served notice to the C's that the Magic, no pushovers, and it's going to be a scrap every step of the way. Rashard Lewis, Magic great on the floor, getting the people here at the Kia Center on their feet and fired up. Let's get your injury report for this evening. It looks almost exactly the same as it did the other night. Jaylen Brown was questionable throughout the day. He is good to go, dealing with a broken finger, of course, but then also that posterior impingement in his right knee. After the stuff he said after the game on Friday, if he sat out this evening, I would have been shocked and appalled. So JB will be good to go for the C's. Drew Holiday is out again tonight, dealing with that right hamstring strain. For the Magic, Jalen Suggs, Mo Wagner, the only 2 on the injury report. They have been for the last couple months. Mo since December when he tore that ACL and had surgery on his left knee, and then Jalen since the end of January, left knee trochlea cartilage tear. Starting lineups tonight for both teams. For Boston, you're looking at the same group that we saw the other night. Al Horford slides in for Drew Holiday. You got the Jays, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, of course, and then Kristaps Porzingis mans the middle for Joe Mazzulla's bunch. Let's head down to the floor. We'll get the starting 5 for your Orlando Magic.
Under head coach Jamal Mosley. And one guard, 6'5" from Georgia. Number 3, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. At the other guard, 6'3" from Texas, number 10, Corey Joseph. At center, 6'10" from Duke, number 34, Wendell Carter Jr. And one forward, 6'10" from Michigan, number 22, Franz Wagner. And the other forward, 6'10" from Duke, number 5, Hello. Magic fans, the starting 5 for your Orlando Magic.
The great Paul Porter with your starting 5 for your Orlando Magic. Starting lineups brought to you, as always, by the International Diamond Center, the exclusive jeweler for your Orlando Magic. Got nothing else to say. Let's do it up. Game 4, 60 seconds from now. Celtics up 2-1. Magic trying to even this thing up. We'll find out if they can in just 1 minute. Coming right back on the Magic Audio Network.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Kia Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
In Central Florida, Pal Campo Restaurant brings you the true taste of Puerto Rico. Come enjoy our delicious dishes like mofongo, arroz mamposteado, our juicy churrasco, the impressive chuleta can, our house sangria, and mojitos that will transport you straight to the island of enchantment. Plus, our meats are 100% organic with no hormones. Pal Campo Restaurant, the best Puerto Rican atmosphere across our 4 locations: Orlando, Tampa, Lake Mary, and Dr. Phillips. For more information, visit palcamporestaurant.com.
Welcome back inside the Kia Center. Jake Chapman here with you up on the perch, and we are just about set to go. Magic Celtics, game number 4. Our crew, you've already heard from Brandon Kravitz, the man to my right. He is your broadcast host for tonight. He'll be along throughout the game, again at halftime, and then again after the game, Magic wrap-up. Hopefully talking about a Magic dub. The man to my left is our broadcast producer for this evening and all season long. He's Tyler Karen. And the man to his left, Mr. Benjamin Spector, broadcast coordinator, graduate associate to the Stars. Officials tonight, we got Mark Davis, crew chief, Tyler Ford, and Andy Nagy. Magic, of course, wearing their statement blues, which they wore on Friday, en route to a 2-point win. And the Celtics in their classic association whites with the Kelly green trim. Kristaps Porzingis, Wendell Carter Jr. will jump it up. It's controlled by Dell and Corey Joseph. He'll flip it over to Paolo. They're going to bring it right to left across your radio dial as we get underway. Let's get it. Game 4 here at the Kia Center. We'll be back in Boston on Tuesday evening. That's an 8:30 tip, by the way, on Tuesday. Here's Franz up top. Had 32 on Friday. Only Tatum scored more in that game. Wagner steps in. How about an elbow jumper over Porzingis? That's up and good. That's a good start. Magic strike first. It's 2-0. And Horford almost booted the inbounds pass from White. He had to go back and save it out of bounds. And now White will bring it. Picked up by Corey Joseph. Goes immediately right wing to Jason Tatum. Franz Wagner on his hip. White cut to the rack and a nice feed. Bounce pass through traffic from Tatum, and White flips it up and in. Probably drew that one up in practice yesterday. 2-2. Kojo to initiate. And he gets a switch. Jaylen Brown picks him up on the left wing, and then they go to Banchero up top. The smaller Derek White on him. He goes right back to Joseph. Shot clock down to 7. Kojo on the left wing. Dribbles baseline. Carves out a little space. He'll try the little 10-footer. That's up and good. Magic start 2 for 2 on middies, and it's 4-2. Derek White brings it up the floor. He's going to back down Corey Joseph. Takes a screen from Horford. Gets to the free throw line. Picks up his dribble. To Brown on the right wing. He steps in. Closed off by Banchero. Back up top for White. KCP poked the ball away. White caught it on his way up. No travel, no nothing. He flips it over to Porzingis. Tries a long three. Missed it, but the long rebound. Tatum over to Brown. He'll raise up. That's no good. And Wendell had a hand on the rebound, and Kojo dug it out. He and Porzingis were fighting for it. And the smallest guy on the floor grabs the rebound. Magic up 4-2 early in this one. Here's Banchero. Spins, gets baseline on Brown, gets a little bump, and Paolo's headed to the free throw line, and Jaylen Brown is headed to Tyler Ford to voice his concern. Banchero, 32.3 points per game through the first 3 in this one. The free throws have been another story. Bit of a struggle there. 68% at the stripe, and that's even after a 7 for 8 performance at the line on Friday night. First free throw up and good. Paolo, post All-Star break, was just a different free throw shooter altogether. Told us he spent most of the break shooting free throws, but then also kind of altering his routine a little bit. You can tell he's taking a little bit more time at the free throw line. Didn't help that time. He split the pair. Magic up 5-2. Here comes Jaylen Brown quickly down the floor. KCP on his hip. Brown got into the paint, goes inside out for Horford. He'll try a 3. That's no good. And the Celtics, a little frosty from long range to start. They're 0 for 3. The rebound came down to Wendell, and now Franz is going to bring it. Dell got a good piece of Jason Tatum on that screen. Now Franz zigzagging through the lane. Tough angle. Shot basically went off the side of the backboard, but we're going to get a whistle. And this one is going to be on Kristaps Porzingis. It's on the floor. Magic will take it side out. That'll be the second team foul on Boston, so we'll keep an eye on that. Joseph gets it into Banchero. Brown defending him up top. Screen from Wendell. Another good one, but Powell lost the handle. Tatum with the steal. And he's going to pull a three in transition. Franz got a hand up. He missed it, but another long rebound, and White tracks it down. Fresh 14 for Boston. White spins, left his feet, and bailed out by Porzingis up top. He'll go right wing for Horford. Shot clock's down to 3. Brown is going to have to raise one up above the break. Right wing 3, that's no good. Porzingis got a hand on the rebound, but Dell squeezes it. Now Paolo going to try to push pace at the far sideline. White picks him up. Paolo backing down the smaller White. Spins baseline, nice ball fake. And I think Horford got a tip on that shot attempt. Ball went out of bounds off of KCP, I believe, and it'll be Boston basketball. Both teams dug in defensively here. Porzingis going to try to back down KCP, and the fading 12-footer has not been a friend of Kristaps Porzingis the last 2 nights. He missed that one. And now Paolo attacking back the other way. He's going to draw a reach. Nope, it's just going to be a strip, and it went out on Banchero. So they'll call a second consecutive turnover for Orlando. And everybody a little frustrated down on the floor. That means the refs are doing their job. Magic up 5-2 with 8:45 to go first quarter. Tatum lost the handle, and now Franz is going to get hit with the reach-in. And that looked like it was pretty clean from this angle, but Franz went around Tatum's body. And you're playing with fire anytime you try that. He hooked his arm as well on the way in. First personal on Wagner, and the first team foul on the Magic. Inbound to Brown in the post. KCP defending it. Brown sweeps right to left, gets it up on the rim, and it falls. Jaylen Brown's first bucket of the evening. It's 5-4 Magic. 8:30 to play first quarter. Franz trying to go even off the make, a little quicker. But the Celtics get back and set. Now Wagner, he'll try a little hezzy inside. How about a lob to Wendell and the dunk down? Dell went up high and threw that one down, and beautiful recognition from Franz Wagner. Dell just a step behind Porzingis, and Horford couldn't recover either. And then the same thing back down the other way. Porzingis rolling to the rack, and White finding him. He'll dunk it down easily. Back and forth we go. It's 7-6 Magic. Dell going to try a three in the corner. That one a little strong. Horford grabs the rebound, finds Tatum immediately, and he pitches ahead to Brown. Brown trying to go one-on-one with Banchero. Got to the rack. Paolo said, no, thank you. Swats that thing away, and now the Magic are coming. Banchero through the middle of the floor. Got it up on the rim, and one. The foul's on Tatum. P topples into the photo row. He's good to go, and he's headed to the stripe. Banchero, a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Magic lead by 3, and Paolo at the free throw line. You hear MVP chants here at the Kia Center. They ain't talking about Tatum. Paolo has absolutely played like an MVP candidate through the first 3 games in the playoffs, really through the first 10 games of his postseason career. Free throw good. Banchero with 4 of the Magic's 10. And Orlando leads by 4. Porzingis sets the screen for White. Rolls hard again and dunks it hard again. And we're going to have to figure that one out. Porzingis is not waiting really to catch the screen. He's kind of slipping it a little bit. And he's so big that if he gets the feed on the run, you've kind of already lost. The adjustment, I'm sure, will be made at the first time out. Magic up 2. Kojo around a screen. Goes to Franz in the corner. Horford was hugged up on him and blocked the shot out of bounds. Magic will keep it. I don't think Franz realized Horford was that tight. Shot clock set to 9. 7:19 to play first quarter. And Joseph will inbound from the far sideline. Wait just a moment. I think we got some spillage on the basketball. I was going to always find an alcoholic beverage. And let's see. Judging by the amount of time it's taking for them to wipe it off, and the fact that I can't see any sort of a stain on the ball, I'm going to say it was beer. Maybe it might have been a red wine spill. Here we go. Magic up 2 with the basketball. Kojo to get it in. Tatum defending the ball, and it gets it in to Banchero. Now up top to Franz. He'll take a screen from Dell. It's a double. KCP stepped in there. Now Franz steps back. 3 ball up and good. Ooh, that's a good sign. Franz Wagner, 2 for 2 from the field. He's got 5 points, 2 assists to start this basketball game. Orlando's lead is 5. Brown in the corner. Lost the handle. KCP, I think, poked it away. Franz came up with the steal. Another turnover here for Boston. Actually, the first of the night. Now Paulo, little hezzy, gets to the rack on Horford, but couldn't get it to go a little strong, and Brown grabs the rebound. And now we got bodies all over the place. Franz hit the deck. Brown was attacking, and I think Franz got the worst of the collision and the worst of the whistle. And everybody let Mark Davis know their thoughts. Franz got tripped, it looked like, by Porzingis. But he is going to pick up the personal foul. 6:41 to play here in the first quarter. We'll have free throws for Jaylen Brown on the other side. Magic lead it by 5 right now, 13-8. Come on back on the Magic Audio Network.
It's time for your next staycation. Take advantage of our spring offer at the all-suite Caribe Royale Orlando. Save 15% plus get a $25 daily dining credit when you book 2 nights or more. Cool off in our tropical pools, take a splash on our water slide, bike, fish, or play a game of pickleball, and indulge in our 8 on-site dining options like the Interactive Stadium Club. Don't forget, we're pet-friendly too. Transportation to all 4 Disney theme parks is included. Book your escape at CaribeRoyale.com. That's CaribeRoyale.com.
Hey, it's the Goodrick Spiro, official mover of your Orlando Magic. And when it's time for your next move, trust the brand the Magic trusts, Goodrick. Whether it's across town or across the country, no job is too big or too small. Go to goodrick.com to book your best move today and receive your welcome home gift box valued at $2,000. That's goodrick.com for Goodrick Moving and Storage, official movers of the Orlando Magic.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Almost there, Checkers fans. Score. We made it. Free fries every time the Magic score 110 or more points. You win a coupon code for a free large fry from Checkers the very next day. Text MAGIC to 88001 as your signature to receive recurring automated Checkers marketing text messages, and the offer will be sent to your phone after each time the Magic score 110 or more points. Consent not a condition of purchase. Offer good at participating Orlando, Tampa, and Jacksonville area Checkers locations. By texting MAGIC, you agree to get periodic recurring automated marketing messages monthly. In the terms, checkers.com/SMS and privacy policy, checkers.com/privacy. Message and data rates may apply. To opt out, text STOP to 88001.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery tool sets. You can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel. Shop online or in store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Welcome back to Orlando Magic Basketball, presented by Advent Health. Game 4 here at the Kia Center on a Sunday night. Early 5-point advantage for the Magic. Love the way this team's playing right now. Have to find a way to cut out those offensive rebounds for the Celtics, though. They've got 3 second-chance opportunities. The Magic with none. But still, love what you're seeing so far. 5 points in the first 5 minutes of the game from Franz Wagner. 13-8 is your score. And by the way, Jake, thanks to Google, I now have confirmation that these bracelets that we are holding on to here in the arena that light up are indeed called RFD light-up bracelets or radio frequency-controlled LED bracelets. They are remote-controlled by some master control, and they match the music and all that.
And they operate on radio frequency, which, come on, we're very familiar with that up here on the perch, BK.
Absolutely.
I still don't know what the D stands for. Radio frequency... D.
LED. Maybe it's the D and LED.
What does it stand for in that? Display.
That's going to have to be another segment. We have a game to get to.
Okay. Do we? Oh, Bronze at the free throw line. All right, here we go. Good stuff, BK. Thank you very much. Yeah, those are pretty nifty. And a shout-out to every member of the Magic organization who has been here hours prior to games 3 and 4, placing a seat, shirt on every seat in this entire building, and one of those cool little RFD wrist watches. You get all sorts of cool stuff when you head down to the Kia Center for Magic postseason games. And on top of that, you got a dub on Friday night. First free throw for Brown, good. Second falls as well. Jaylen Brown with 4 points early on. And Celtics trail by 3. It's 13-10 Magic. 6:35 to play in the first quarter. Starters still on the floor for both teams. Franz sat down for the Magic. Caleb Houston is on the floor. He's in the corner. Kojo's got the rock. Joseph Well, start and stop, got to the runner and flipped it up and in. That's good stuff from Corey Joseph, who just minds his business, plays his game, and has altered this Magic starting lineup pretty drastically. 3-ball fell off for Brown, and then a nice save over to Corey Joseph from Paolo Banchero. Magic with a 5-point lead in the Rock. Paolo's going to pull a 3 over Porzingis. That is up and good. Oh, he's heating up here at the Kia Center. 7 points in the first quarter for Paolo Banchero, and the Magic lead by 8 about halfway through the first. 18-10 your score. Celtics right now shooting just 30% from the field, but Porzingis has 3 dunks. That time it was a little high-low action. Horford got into the teeth of the defense, and Porzingis been moving well without the basketball so far. 18-12 your score. Paolo tried another 3. Porzingis at least got his hand up that time, and Banchero missed it. Magic 2 of 5 to start from long range. Tatum dancing on Banchero up top. Goes right and left, got to the bucket, missed it, got his own rebound though, and then he flips it up and in, and Kojo fouled him from behind. And BK just mentioned it. That makes 4 offensive rebounds here in the first quarter for the Boston Celtics. And so far, offensive rebounds and second chance points have really told the story of this series. Games 1 and 2, wins for Boston. Magic allowed 17 and 20 second chance points. And then in the Magic's win on Friday, they held Boston to just 10 second chance points. And the offensive rebounds were in Orlando's favor. Wendell grabbed 6 of them himself on Friday night. Tatum converts the free throw. It's 18-15 as AB checks in. KCP and Kojo take a seat. Gary Harris on the floor as well. There's a stagger screen from Houston and Wendell. It wasn't very well spaced. Powell lost the handle, but AB went in and got it. Kind of a busted possession so far. Shot clock's down to 5. Banchero up top with Pritchard on him. He just checked in. Elbow jumper over the smaller Pritchard's no good. Tatum, a nice job steering the rebound over to Jaylen Brown. And now Tatum's going to bring it. He'll pull a 3, and he got it. Just stepped right into it and knocked it down. Paolo was there just a little flat-footed, and Tatum needs no space. That's an 8-0 Boston run, and they take tie it up at 18. Celtics' first made triple of the evening. Paolo at the elbow, goes into the corner, AB. It's blocked, that three-point attempt by Horford, and now the Celtics are running. Pritchard had his head up, looking for Hauser, who's on the floor, just faded into the corner. Now Pritchard keeps his dribble alive, Nash style. Gives back to Hauser, goes back to the corner, and he knocks down a triple. And here come the Seeds. 11-0 is that run. And now Boston has a 3-point lead, their biggest lead tonight. Magic got to hang in there here. AB goes coast to coast, takes it right into Horford's chest and lays it up and in. He wanted a whistle there, but they're letting him play, and I don't mind it. Magic back within 1, 21-20. And Anthony Black has played significantly better here at the Kia Center than in games 1 and 2 in Boston. Tatum will try another 3. He fell over hoping for the whistle, didn't get the bucket or the foul. AB the rebound. He's pushing pace. Goes to P, back up top Black. Got right by Pritchard, stopped in the middle of the lane, and then threw it away. Well, Gary Harris went down and recovered it. Shot clock down to 9 now. Banchero finally gets the ball. He's wide open on the left wing, but had to step into it and was a little strong. And Magic have been a little bit shaky offensively the last 2 possessions. Just kind of throwing the ball around. Hauser on the left wing. Dumps it down to Horford. He's got Houston on him in the post. He's going to go to work. Big Al. Couple dribbles. Backs down. And just forces it up and in over Caleb Houston. That ain't fair to Caleb. 23-20. Celtics run right now. 13-2. Here's Banchero up top. Attacking Pritchard, and he's going to draw the foul. And sometimes, when in doubt, give the ball to P and get out of the way. Powell will shoot 2 when we return to the Kia Center. Magic down 3. 23-20. 2:53 to play first quarter. Banchero at the stripe when we return on the Magic Audio Network.
Timeout. Game time decisions call for big-time solutions, especially when it comes to your home. So when it's your time to shine, our residential mortgage team is ready to create a personalized lending experience made to fit your needs and goals. Every mortgage is different because every borrower is unique. That's why City National Bank, the official bank of the Orlando Magic, is here to help you take your best shot. Visit citynational.com for more information. City National Bank is member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get the Orlando Magic app presented by Total Wireless and view live scores and player stats in real time, along with the latest team news and must-see videos. Join the monthly giveaways and stay in the loop with the latest Magic stories. Stay up to date with personalized updates on your
What's up, hockey fans, basketball fans, sports fans from all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We have 7 live streams, every single NBA and NHL playoff game tonight. Man, we got some good ones on tab. Montreal and Washington, Dallas, Colorado, Edmonton and LA. What a night we have of hockey and basketball. Boston, Orlando. Should be a decent matchup. Memphis, Oklahoma City. The list goes on and on. And oh yeah, the Blue Jays are playing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for helping us create this amazing community where we chat it up, cheer on our favorite teams, and make a difference. With SickKids Hospital in Toronto, what a night we had last night during the Blue Jays game and the Maple Leafs game and the other streams. We raised over $305 directly to SickKids Hospital on the website. An amazing phone call with SickKids Hospital today. Lots of shout outs coming during the Leafs Game 3 tomorrow. That's what I'm getting ready for, as well as running all these fun live streams. We appreciate you being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're new, turn on that bell. We're almost at 100K. Let us know where you're watching from in the chat, and thanks for keeping it classy. Cheers. We'll see you back in the chat. Good luck to your team.
Jokic. Zubac's is on him. And this is for the win. Oh, it's close. They're going to call it. Buzzer. Did Gordon beat the buzzer? They're going to take a look at it.
He did, and we have the first signature moment in the NBA playoffs on the Denver win at the buzzer. As Aaron Gordon put it home, you heard my friend, the iconic Kevin Harlan, calling it, sort of. 2 years ago, Kevin Harlan, Dave Pasch, and I had dinner the day after Game 6 in Miami. My poor wife had to sit there and listen to the 3 play-by-play guys commiserate how we did not get the call that Derek White put back because we didn't know whether it counted or not. And the same situation yesterday, but Denver wins that game. I thought they were in a world of trouble against the Clippers, and suddenly they've got home court back.
Looked like, what was the better buzzer beater in your mind, White or Gordon there?
Well, White obviously was a Game 6 to force a Game 7 and obviously put the Celtics on the brink of history. If Denver wins the series, though, that'll be a conversation as Banchero misses the first free throw. It's a great lesson. I got asked a lot of questions. Do you wish you had just called it as if he made the shot and hope you were right? And there's a great question, but the answer is of course not, because the officials decide when a game is over, not the broadcaster. 1-2 for Banchero, 23-21, Boston by 2. Officials certainly decided who won the next game tonight. Pritchard, bounce entry for Tatum in the corner. Tatum with 12 on the shot clock, throws the shoulder into Anthony Black, step back, tough 12-footer is good. And that's just Tatum being really physical on Anthony Black, who's been good in this series. Celtics have a 4-point lead, their largest. 25-21, and yeah, it's going to be Boston ball. Orlando turns it over. We're going to give that to Black.
Good ball, Pritchard. Pressure by Pritchard there.
How good has Al Horford been defensively? Cornette is in with Tatum, Pritchard, and Horford. Hauser here in the fourth quarter. 2:17 to go. Boston by 4. Here's the entry to Tatum in the corner. He is getting jostled. Caleb Houston trying to knock him off the spot. Tatum falls away at the elbow. Jumper is no good. Offensive rebound, Luke Cornette. Kick out. Hauser, he's going to try it. Put back. Deep 3 is good. He's back.
Just a huge deal for him in this series. I'd only taken 4 shot attempts in 3 games before tonight, John. Now he already knocked down his first 2.
18-3 is the Boston run. Celtics go from down 8 to up 7. 1:48 to go in the first. Driving right side, Banchero on the Hauser hunt, draws the foul. I don't know how much contact there was, but you know with Banchero driving on Hauser, you're going to hear a whistle.
Banchero already having 8 shot attempts in this game already. He's really just trying to get it up, but the Celtics limiting him to 2 makes so far.
Pavlovian responses to look at Matt Reynolds to see if he has his head buried in the iPad. But as we have learned over and over again, first of all, you don't want to challenge when Banchero is shooting free throws. He's just not reliable. He misses another one. And how valuable a challenge is, it's not just being right or wrong in a moment. J.B. Bickerstaff used his challenge early today. Didn't have it for the end of the game. The officials admitted the mistake. If J.B. Bickerstaff has his challenge, Detroit wins Game 4. And that series is 2-2. Instead, Knicks will go for the closeout Tuesday night at Madison Square Garden. If you're wondering why, as Banchero gets the second free throw and the Celtics lead by 6, Celtics are on NBA TV for the first time in 7 years in the playoffs on Tuesday night. It's because TNT took Detroit and New York. Visually, you can certainly understand why, watching this rock fight for 3.5 games. Jason Tatum with Boston up by 6, hounded by the veteran Gary Harris. Spins back to his left, falls away in the baseline. Very tough shot is good. My goodness. Tatum is rolling. Celtics by 8. Double-figure first quarter for Jason Tatum. 8-point lead for Orlando is now an 8-point deficit. 1:11 to go in the first. Franz Wagner moving to his right behind a Jonathan Isaac screen. Whips to the left wing. Banchero jumps into another 3 and hits it. He gets 3 of 9. 4 of his 9 shots have come from 3. Lead is 5, 30-25. Pritchard against Isaac. Here's the bounce pass. Tatum goes the body into Harris. Kick to Pritchard. This is a crazy deep 3. That's no good. Cornette bats the rebound up in the air, but it comes down to Anthony Black. Celtics are doing a lot of that the other night. Just instead of grabbing it, just punching at it. Orlando trying to make it a 1-possession game now. 2 for 1, 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Wagner turns, drives, runs it with the right hand, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Wagner's got it, but loose ball foul on the Celtics, possibly Pritchard. Yes.
Tough matchup against Jonathan Isaac from the size standpoint for Pritchard, but the Celtics are fighting down there. They're keeping Orlando off the glass for the most part, so improved effort from Game 3 on that front.
So the Celtics now over the limit, so Jonathan Isaac will get free throws here. Among the issues for Orlando, just not a good free throw shooting team pretty much all the way throughout the year. 77% for the season. Franz Wagner has been the most reliable guy. He's not been good in the series. First free throw is good for Isaac.
It's fascinating that he's just been their backup center in this series and only limited to 18, 20 minutes a game. He's a guy who's gotten hurt a ton in his career, but I wonder if he would develop into a little bit more in this series, but they're kind of keeping close tabs on him.
Anthony Black has played well, and I am the first to say that. I do not understand where Cole Anthony has been. The only game he played bigger minutes was the game they won in Game 3. I was shocked at how little he played in the games in Boston. Isaac gets the free throws. Boston's lead quickly down to 3. 5 straight here for the Magic, 30-27. 16 on the shot clock, 23 on the game clock as we count down to the first quarter. Tatum 10 points, 5 rebounds, moving to his left. 5 Porzingis rolls towards the basket, draws contact and a foul. He runs it up and in, but I don't think they're going to count that. And Orlando on a foul to give. Now we'll cut the differential on the clock's down to 3.7. Tatum will trigger the side of the bounce against Isaac. Forces it in towards Derek White. That was dangerous. He was getting dogged by Anthony Black. 8 on the shot clock, 12 on the game clock as we count it down to the first quarter. Derek White moving to his right against Carter. Going to attack him, gets in deep, pump fake, flips it up and in. Took him off balance with a pump fake, leaves the Magic 5.5. Anthony Black hits half court. Someone stopped the ball. Anthony Black goes the distance and scores at the buzzer. Inexcusable. The Celtics give away a bucket at the end of the quarter. End of 1 in Game 4. Boston 32, Orlando 29. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
DraftKings has the tools to help you play within your limits. Don't budge on your budget. With the options to set time limits and deposit limits, schedule time away from play, manage your payment methods, and keep track of your recent stats. You'll have all the tools to create a winning game plan. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Win some, lose some, but always be in the know. At DraftKings, we put your play and performance history all in one place with the My Stat Sheet tool. Get a breakdown of your recent activity with an overview of your deposits, withdrawals, contests, wagers, and more. Use My Stat Sheet to stay on top of your spending so you can stay on top of your game. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Ford F-150 first quarter of Game 4 was brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America. Celtics lead by 3, 32-29. As we go to the second quarter of Game 4, Orlando led by 8. Celtics led by 8. Both teams chipped their way back in. Celtics have cleaned up all those margins that Joe Mazzulla was talking about before the game. But Orlando is shooting it as well as they have in the series, and that's why they only trail by 3. Hauser's knocked down a couple threes. Porzingis hit 3 shots in a row. Celtics begin the second quarter with Hauser, Pritchard, White, Porzingis, and Jaylen Brown. Tatum sits for the first time. Pritchard on the right side. Here's the entry. Jaylen Brown against Cole Anthony. One dribble. Jaylen turns the corner, elevates at 8 feet. Jumper short. Rebound. Porzingis got a hand on it, but it comes down to Jonathan Isaac. Jaylen Brown now 1 for 6 to start Game 4. Wagner attacking the middle of the floor. The wraparound pass, he misses Isaac with it, and Jaylen Brown chased it down. His pass deflected by Isaac out of bounds, and Orlando turning it over here. That's the 4th turnover for the Magic. Derek White, it's a hard screen from Hauser. That could have been a foul. You know what? It is a foul. That was silly.
You don't see many moving screens on Sam Hauser all year, but he tried. And it looked like it was going to get away with the second, but based on the Magic reaction, they went the other way with it.
That's just the second turnover for the Celtics, who largely gave away Game 3 with 21 turnovers. Orlando still doesn't have an offensive rebound. Wagner drives, lobs it up for Isaac. That looked like it was going to go in anyway, but Isaac helps it home. And the Magic here on a 9-2 run to get back within 1, 32-31. A minute into the second quarter of Game 4. Derek White. Or Porzingis deep on the left side, bounce pass, finding White, and he runs right into Gary Harris, runs it up and in, scoring in the foul. The foul was an obvious one as Derek White was falling down. He was so close to the basket, he just decided to try to muscle it up and in. He did, and a chance for 3.
I don't know how he got that ball up, Sean. Gary Harris pretty much tried to wrap him up entirely there. The ball kind of deflected off of him, and he got back control and flew up there here to potentially complete the three-point play.
Whatever urgency there was already for the Celtics here in Game 4 to try to take a 3-1 lead was exacerbated by the Knicks winning both games in Detroit to take a 3-1 lead, and they can close out that series Tuesday night. They'll play about an hour ahead of the Celtics. I don't think anybody expected the Knicks to be in the second round before the Celtics. Free throw good for Derek White, 35-31. Boston by 4. Cole Anthony blows by Jaylen Brown, gets deep in the paint. Bad pass for Isaac, though. It pinballs around, rolls on the ground, diving to the floor. Sam Hauser, and he comes up with it, and he got stepped on and fouled. Those are winning plays. And the Celtics bench knows it, and they run off the floor to greet Sam Hauser as Jamal Mosley going to grab a timeout. Minute 25 gone by in the second quarter of Game 4. Or Boston 35, Orlando 31. On a BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio.
The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the SiriusXM app.
Football season may be months away.
It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59.
But Sports Grid Radio is talking about the lines, odds, and futures for the NFL.
If you don't have a great quarterback in this league, you'll be lucky if you scrape 8th.
Whether you're looking at team win totals, props, or the best odds to win next year's Super Bowl, the only place to get the winning edge over the sports books is Sports Grid Radio.
And I'm going to bet the Eagles to win the NFC before the year gets underway.
Channel 159 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Alert the press!
We are the press.
Page 6 Radio, a brand new show, is on SiriusXM. I'm Danny Murphy.
I'm Evan Reel.
And I'm Ian Moore, editor at Page 6, the New York Post's iconic celebrity news column.
We're your backstage pass to the hottest pop culture and entertainment stories you won't find anywhere else.
We're breaking stories before you've even had your first mimosa. It's iconic, legendary, everything. Page 6 Radio, weekdays at 8 a.m. East, only on SiriusXM Stars, Channel 109,
and on the SiriusXM app.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
Celtics up by 4, 35-31 early in the second quarter of Game 4 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Back here in the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Grandy, B-Rob in for Cedric Maxwell, enjoying the weekend, celebrating his mother's 90th birthday. In North Carolina this weekend, Max will be back. He's got plenty of time on Tuesday to get back to Boston because, as you know, very late start to accommodate NBA TV. There are 4 games on Tuesday, and 3 of them are in the Eastern time zone, which is why the game is so late. And the 4th game is in the Central time zone, I believe. It's actually going to be in L.A., right? Because that's Game 5 for Minnesota and the Lakers. But 3 games in the Eastern time zone, so you try to stagger them. If the Pacers had swept Milwaukee, Celtics would have played at 7 o'clock. But because you have a doubleheader on NBA TV, you have 1 game at 6 and 1 game at 8:30. And the Celtics will be more of the primetime choice. If you're wondering, I'll let you think about it for a second. When is the last time a Celtics playoff game got bumped to NBA TV? You're on the clock. Celtics by 4, 35-31, 10:35 to go in the first half. Interesting timeout by Jamal Mosley because things have been going well score-wise for Orlando, but I don't think he liked the flow very much. These are the minutes when Banchero's out of the game. These were brutal in Boston for the Magic, but they were good without Banchero in Game 3 on Friday. Derek White, deep on the left side, throws the shoulder into Gary Harris. Hauser sets a legal screen this time. Derek White picks up his dribble, enters to Porzingis against Cole Anthony. Porzingis has the ball slapped away, but Cole Anthony just fouls every time down. I bet he and his dad got to be proud. He watched all those tapes of his dad playing like this 30 years ago in those Knicks teams in the 90s where they can only call 1 foul per possession, so get your money's worth. Porzingis will get free throws. First one's good. He is a good free throw shooter, but just 14 of 21 in the series. All the margin numbers exactly the way you'd want them for the Celtics, but you don't expect Orlando to shoot 50% and have the same number of made threes. That's a big number we talked about in this series. Porzingis gets the free throws. Celtics score 5 straight, lead by 6, 37-31. 10-18 to go in the first half of Game 4. Anthony Black. Handoff from Franz Wagner. He's getting dogged by Pritchard. Gets a screen from Isaac. Turns, drives, throws to the corner. Elevating his Black for 3. Air ball. Rebound Hauser. He's falling out of bounds, but he gets it away to Pritchard. He just can't shoot. Pritchard gets away from Black into the front court. Isaac waiting for it. Porzingis wants it in the paint. That's where Derek White's going to go with it against Black. Porzingis falling to his left. Steps through. Misses at the cup. And he gets fouled in the scramble for the rebound.
Yeah, Black guessed wrong there. And Porzingis pivoted well to the hoop, but couldn't finish it off, but got the offensive rebound. Again, he's missing a lot of makeable looks here, but he's building some momentum right now with the dunks, and this is easily his best game of the series so far in the first 18 minutes here.
And that is a loose ball foul, so no free throws. Now Banchero will return. -3 with Banchero, -3 without him. Down by 6 with 9:45 to go in the first half. Jaylen Brown against Franz Wagner. Jaylen a rough start, pump fake. Wagner doesn't go for it. Kick out Porzingis. Porzingis can't drive on Isaac, but he switches to the right hand to create a 17-footer, but it's no good. And the rebound belongs to Isaac. Pritchard trying to get up in the face of Banchero. Trying to swat him away like a fly as he comes across half court. Banchero used the Isaac screen, still wearing Pritchard. So kick back to Isaac, who's open for 3. Boulder. Yikes. They can't shoot. Jaylen Brown. Offensive end against Wagner. Switches to the left hand. Drives strong. Hangs in the air. Misses the layup. Boy, Jaylen Brown can't buy one here in the first half. He is on a rough go. 1 for 7. Celtics still by 6. Wagner from Banchero. Pulls up 19 feet. Too strong. Rebound Porzingis. Outlet Jaylen Brown. Celtics have a 2-on-1. They've been rare. Bounce pass right through Derek White. Bad pass by Jaylen Brown. And Banchero comes up with a loose ball. Celtics turn it over again. Banchero. Handoff. Franz Wagner flips it up and in. Celtics got to get Jaylen Brown unlocked here. 37-33. Boston by 4. 8:32 to go in the first half. Jaylen lobs it in. Porzingis catches, no one in front of him, so he scores off the glass.
This is the best formula for Porzingis tonight. Just work that pick and roll. He's getting out of it quickly, and he's getting the open looks.
This is the design against Orlando. If they're going to take the threes away, then you go to the 7'3" guy in the paint.
Yep.
Banchero drives on Derek White, who gobbles him up, and a very late foul call on Derek White.
I bet Matt Reynolds is going to take a look at this one. Derek White got a lot of ball there, and he looks pretty adamant about it, but we'll find out quickly.
Derek White did not look back at the bench or signal to the bench. It's usually the first indication. It's also not a free throw situation.
No, definitely not a challenge then.
And it is the first foul against Derek White. So you got to use him and use him wisely. The art of the challenge. Franz Wagner pushes back to Wendell Carter. Now Banchero deep on the left side. Banchero challenged by Derek White. Moves into the left corner. Caldwell Pope for 3. Not even close. His nightmare continues. Rebound for Derek White. Caldwell Pope now 3 of 18 in the series. Boston by 6. Porzingis has a pretty good look at the left side. 3. Got it. Sam Hauser gets his first 3s of the series. Kristaps Porzingis gets his first 3 of the series. Celtics had their largest lead. Timeout, Jamal Mosley. 7:45 to go in the first half of Game 4. Boston 42, Orlando 33 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
As the Celtics prepare to defend their title, they know they'll have to protect home court. At Amica Insurance, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter most to you. They put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through the details of your coverage or following up after a claim. Your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you built. Visit Amica.com and get a quote today.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Boston, 26.2 miles of pure grit, just like your engine, pushing its limits. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, fast, reliable, just like a well-oiled machine, will keep you running smoothly. Whether you're conquering Heartbreak Hill or tackling the daily commute, the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change has your back. Get in, get out, get back on the road within 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, because life's a marathon, not a sprint. The official oil change of keeping Boston moving.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
Celtics on a 10-2 run have their largest lead of Game 4, up by 9, 42-33. A lot of good signs here. Hauser finally getting going. Porzingis hits his first 3 of the series. Celtics winning the margins and now winning the game. Thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. Every 3 the Celtics hit, they'll donate $33 to one mission helping kids fight cancer. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original 3-way, proud to be local, always original. So Orlando needs to keep the number close, and they have. Orlando's made 3 from distance. The Celtics have only made 4. That's why that 9-point deficit is troubling for Orlando, and why maybe Jamal Mosley's already taken 2 timeouts here in the corner.
It's a situation, though, Sean. I love how I feel like the Celtics have had more easy looks in this game than they've had in the last 3 games combined so far. A lot of dunks at the rim for Porzingis, a lot of nice passes in the seams there. So they're attacking the Magic with the shots they're giving up in the interior, and that bodes well potentially for opening up the 3-point line even more as this game progresses.
42-33 is the Celtics lead. Celtics now out shooting Orlando. Celtics had a really bad start from 3 until Tatum made one mid-late first quarter. Celtics had missed their first 7, so they're now 4 of their last 6. Including 1 from Porzingis, a couple from Sam Hauser. Magic return to the floor with Banchero, Wagner, Joseph, Caldwell-Pope, and Carter starting 5 on the floor here with 7:36 to go now in the first half. Peyton Pritchard has got that little dog defense here on Banchero. He is just chewing at his ankles. Banchero puts it on the floor with the left hand, gets to the baseline. His jumper bounces in. He got a few of those bounces, too. Banchero's up to 12, 14 now. 42-35. Celtics by a touchdown. 7:15 to go in the first half. Derek White whips the entry to Pritchard. He's in deep, 2 Magic there. Pritchard doesn't look at the rim, instead goes to the corner. Hauser on the move, misses the 3. And the rebound belongs to Carter. Banchero into the front court. Hauser backpedaling. So Banchero steps back behind the line. Misses the 3. Rebound comes right back to him on a string. And his 12-footer is perfect.
Yeah, Hauser took himself out of the play there, contesting a 3. And then Paul follows up with an easy one.
Turnover. Caldwell-Pope has a steal in the front court. Orlando can make it a 1-possession game. Banchero now 16 points on 13 shots here in the first half, and he's got it against Hauser. Banchero, stop and start, switches to the right hand, spins at the elbow. His jumper is in the air, no good. Back iron, rebound, Derek White. Derek White through the Magic logo at center court. So he's got to think about getting Tatum back in here. Jaylen Brown drives around. Carter gets to the rim and scores. That time the first step was there for Jaylen Brown. Celtics lead 44-37. Bounce pass, baseline. Wagner hacked hard by Porzingis. Good hard foul. And Wagner clapping his hands like he loved the contact. Will shoot free throws.
It's good playoff physicality by Porzingis there. Wagner, like you said, and relishing it. This is what it is. It's physical, playoff-based basketball. Nothing like it.
That's how you answer. The answer isn't to complain to the officials. Answers to play the same way. And Wagner, this is really puzzling. He was 87% free throw shooter during the regular year. But Wagner now has missed both tonight and is just 13 of 20 in the series. It's a puzzling player. Pritchard going to come out. I like that sequence from Pritchard, particularly defensively.
He was hounding guys.
Here comes the Let's Go Celtics chant again. Jason Tatum returns. +3 when he played in the first quarter. Celtics +4 without him. He returns down midway through the second with the Celtics leading by 7. Another free throw coming here for Wagner. This one's good. 44-38. Boston by 6. A pivotal fourth game. Celtics won the fourth game 2 years ago and then lost the fifth game at home with Trae Young and the Hawks. Had to go back to Atlanta to close out that series. Jason Tatum moving to his right, gets in deep, runs it off the glass and in, but offensive foul. Porzingis wants a challenge.
Yeah, he tried for the old Daniel Tice seal in the paint, and they got him for it. And now Kornet looks like he's coming to the game for him. That's 3 on Porzingis.
Wow, I'm not sure about that one. Porzingis was the one who was being grabbed. That was an interesting decision to not challenge. They're going to.
There it is.
Yeah, they're going to.
Third foul, you got it for that, because Porzingis is up to 13 points in the game. He's leading the Celtics right now. So to him to be stuck on the bench for the rest of this half, worth to make this challenge.
Well, this is a big one on a variety of levels. So Porzingis was called for an offensive foul, but our first look at the replay, I was looking at Joseph just grabbing the arm of Porzingis and then yelling as if he was being pushed, but it was Joseph who grabbed him. And this is monstrous, because if the Celtics win this challenge, that basket for Tatum is good, and Porzingis loses that third foul.
I can't see how they don't overturn this with the camera there. I imagine the refs that was a blind side for where Corey Joseph was holding him there. But there's no way that they can call this on Porzingis after that pull. Joseph sold it great. He yelled out and then stepped backwards, but he essentially grabbed the arm of Porzingis and then threw himself backwards. Would have been great if the Celtics didn't have a challenge. Would have worked. But right now, this could be a huge swing. Yeah, we talked about the importance of using them and using them wisely, because even if you're right, you only get 2. The only other institution where you continue to be right and not allowed to challenge is basically marriage. They are discussing it now. Tyler Ford and Mark Davis and Nagy. Let's find out.
Upon review, it has been determined that Porzingis illegally contacted Joseph, holding his arm, preventing him from defending the layup attempt. Therefore, this is an unsuccessful challenge, falsely charged with the timeout, and they have no additional challenges.
I got to tell you, I don't see it. I've watched this several times now. I don't know about that one at all. I can't. What Mark Davis just said is that Porzingis grabbed the arm of Joseph, and there's no video evidence to support that. This is a monster call. So now, instead of the Celtics leading by 8 and Porzingis in the game with 2 fouls, Boston lead is 6, and Porzingis is out of the game with 3. With 5:49 to go in the first half. And here's a call immediately against Banchero as Derek White waited for him. Banchero ran over him away from the ball. First foul on Banchero.
Luke Kornet now in the game for Porzingis, and not necessarily a bad thing, Sean. He had a really great game 3, and he's been playing well alongside Horford all year long. So really big minutes for him right now.
It is not a great matchup for Luke Kornet, Orlando, but he has had an immaculate season. Derek White. Right-hand dribble, Joseph in front of him. White picks up his dribble, moves to Horford. Shot clock already at 7 as Tatum catches against Banchero. 5 on the shot clock. Tatum sizing up Banchero, switches to the left hand, ducks the shoulder, gets into the paint, step back at 12, bounces in at the shot clock buzzer. And clutches everything in life. Big bucket for Tatum. Celtics by 8. 5:14 to go in the first half. Wendell Carter standing on the three-point line. Hands to Banchero. Derek White goes under the screen. Banchero Steps in on the right side on Derek White, who's slapping the ball. Banchero being harassed, has to give it up. Wagner sets himself for a deep three, no good. Rebound, Jaylen Brown. Celtics are getting Orlando now to take the shots they want them to take. Jaylen driving all the way in as the ball slapped away loose on the floor. And wrestling it free is Wendell Carter. Another Jaylen Brown turnover. Caldwell Pope gets it back from Joseph. Launches the three. He is way overdue and finally knocks one down. Just the third of the series for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. 46-41. Bad pass by Derek White. Was it deflected? It was not. Goes off Jason Tatum out of bounds. Celtics only turned the ball over once in the first quarter. That's 5 here in the second. Orlando can make it a one-possession game. Wagner spins back on Derek White. Pump fake. Flips it up and in.
They're attacking really quick there, trying to catch the Celtics off guard. Got the mismatch down low on Derek White. Easy finish for Wagner.
Neither team could get separation here. 46-43. Boston by 3. 4:07 to go in the first half. Tatum zips the entry. Cornette catches, gets jostled in the paint, throws out to the corner for an Al Horford three that's no good. Offensive rebound in and out of the hands of Jaylen Brown. Orlando's got it. Caldwell Pope moving to his right. Jaylen Brown makes him give it up to the left side for a Joseph three that's good. Tie game. Tatum made the bucket after that controversial call against Porzingis to put the Celtics up by 8, but 8 straight for the Magic, and we start game 4 over again, tied at 46, 3:38 to go in the first half. Tatum, deep three over Carter. Nope. Rebound, Cornette got a hand on it, going out of bounds. Horford saves it, but Orlando will get there and let it just go out of bounds. Finally got Porzingis rolling, and he gets taken out of the game with a third foul. Joseph moving to his right, bounce pass, Banchero dives, scoop, scores. Orlando has the lead.
They're attacking much quicker now, I feel like, offensively during this run, Sean. They're just getting to their spots, and it's been tougher when they're making those cuts. Getting those open looks, tougher to defend.
15-4 is the Orlando run to grab the lead. 48-46. 3:08 to go in the first half. Derek White puts it back in the hands of Tatum. Tatum gets a Cornette screen, switches to the left hand, overruns his dribble, turns it over. Franz Wagner gets around Cornette, lead for Caldwell Pope, behind the back bounce pass, fielded by Carter, who misses the layup. Scramble for the rebound, Carter's got it, throws it all the way out into the hands of Tatum. Tatum throws a dangerous bounce pass to Al Horford, but the Celtics get the steal. Horford returns to Tatum, bounce pass Jaylen Brown, in transition, gets down the floor and scores off the glass to tie it.
And that all started with Derek White holding his ground under the basket to open the floodgates the other way.
Tie score is 48, 2:32 to go in the first half. Joseph for Banchero, straight away against Derek White. Best game of the series so far, easily. Wagner moving to his right, pulls up on Al Horford, steps back, he's on the line, long two is no good. Rebound, Cornette deflects it off the glass to Tatum. Tatum, lead pass on the right side for Derek White, enters, Al Horford in behind, Wagner goes off the window and in.
Great steal there by Al Horford. Got position down low against Wagner, easy finish.
Al's had a really nice first half. Celtics by 2. Here's the 2-minute announcement. 50-48 is the Boston lead. And the Celtics just 4 of 16 from 3. Banchero against Cornette. Dribbles to the free throw line. Jumper no good. Rebound Jaylen Brown. Man, Banchero's taking 16 shots here in the first half. Boston by 2. Jaylen Brown against Banchero. Horford open in the corner. Jaylen considering his options as the shot clock goes down to 10. Jaylen moving to his left, straight away against Joseph. Starts down the left side, hangs in the air, goes off the glass, no good. That was going nowhere from the beginning. Celtics need Jaylen Brown to come out of the phone booth here in the second half. He's had a rough go. Banchero for Wendell Carter. Can't get it into Wagner. Wagner really struggling with Derek White. Derek White is just dogging him. Joseph, hounded by Jaylen Brown, dribbles around him, throws to Carter, who is open at the right elbow. Jumper way short. Boy, how many open shots are they going to miss? Tatum has the rebound. Boston by 2. Going to go into the final minute of the first half right now if you're syncing up with TNT. Tatum straight away against Caldwell Pope. Moving to his right, behind a Jaylen Brown screen. Switches to the left hand, and there's a foul call on Joseph. Orlando had a foul to give.
His second, first in the last 2 minutes. Back to Boston, number 11, Peyton Pritchard.
Really curious, just kind of scanning social media, really curious to see what people thought of that challenge. Celtics not winning that challenge. I must have missed something, because to me it looked like a pretty obvious call.
But Porzingis riding out the rest of the first half on the bench. Celtics by 2. Tatum. Shot clock at 7. Gets the screen from Cornette. Bounce pass ends up in the hands of Cornette. He throws over his shoulders on the corner for a Pritchard 3 that's no good. Offensive rebound. Jason Tatum met at the rim of the putback by Carter. And Carter has the rebound. Big play by Wendell Carter. Caldwell Pope for Banchero. Banchero has the ball slapped away by Derek White. Off Banchero, out of bounds. All Derek White does is make plays. That's a monster play by Derek White. Differential is 5 seconds on the 2 clocks as we count it down to the first half. Celtics leading by 2. 7 Boston turnovers in the second quarter after just 1 in the first. Franz Wagner dogging Tatum at half court. Shot clock at 6. Tatum to his left against Carter. 4 on the shot clock. Tatum going to have to force it. It's a 3. It's in the air, and it's good. Final seconds. Wagner gets across half court. Wagner racing in deep. Lays it with left hand. No good. Rebound. Falls without Banchero grabbing it. And that will do it for the first half. And that was wild. Jason Tatum made some big shots to overcome a sloppy second quarter for the Celtics. They survive. Porzingis getting the 3rd foul. And they'll take a 5-point lead into the locker room. Coming up, Sean Silver scores from around the NBA. It's already been a wild day in the NBA playoffs. And this game looks like it's headed to join the other 2. Celtics lead game 4 at halftime. 53-48. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made. Just like the vibrant all-electric Lyric. Elevate your style in a Cadillac. The official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics and me, Cedric Maxwell.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
Hey, it's Felger here, and people know I hate wasting time. Did you know that the average finance team wastes over 200 hours per year on expense reports? That's why here at the Sports Hub, we use Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that automates away your entire expense process. The moment your team makes a purchase, Ramp handles everything. Receipt matching, categorization, approvals, you name it. Over 30,000 businesses, including yours truly, trusts Ramp. So visit ramp.com/hub to learn more.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs. The moment we've all been waiting for is here.
The fans now on the edge of their seats.
It's time to stay locked in to every single moment. Because you never know when history will be made. When it's win or go home, every moment matters. So don't miss a thing. NBA playoffs presented by Google continues on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
Looking to boost your career? UMass Lowell graduates enjoy the highest mid-career salaries among all public research universities in Massachusetts. Explore UMass Lowell's graduate degrees at uml.edu/online.
Boston by 6. Porzingis has a pretty good look at the left side. 3, got it. Sam Hauser gets his first 3s of the series. Kristaps Porzingis gets his first 3 of the series. Celtics have their largest lead. Timeout, Jamal Mosley.
Welcome into our Waltham Studios. I'm Sean Silver. Your halftime score, the Celtics 53, the Orlando Magic 48. Game 4 here of the Eastern Conference first round. And you just heard player taking care of business in the first half. Kristaps Porzingis, people asking before this one, is he healthy? Is this matchup with the Magic just a bad one for him? He was a presence offensively in the opening half, 13 points before heading to the bench with a controversial third call. Jason Tatum is leading the team in scoring with 15 points, but the 13 for Porzingis, a good sign. And the player taking care of business is sponsored by Cambridge Savings Bank. Taking care of business starts with a great team. With CSB, you get a partner who puts you first, so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC. Game 3, Celtics for lack of a better term. They got pushed around a little bit. They got kind of bullied. Jaylen Brown says, hey, you want to fight? That's how we'll get to the second round. No fighting necessarily. A couple of questionable calls on the table, particularly the Porzingis third foul there. But this really came down to, who can play. And early on in this one, the Magic showing some mettle, shooting the ball well. The Celtics missed their first 7 3-point attempts. They did work to get Porzingis established going inside. Al Horford gave the Greens some leash by coming up with 3 early blocks in this first quarter, including 2 on 3-point attempts. And then the Celtics, well, they finally got going from deep with Sam Hauser. Hauser made his first 3 of the series in the first quarter, just enough to get the Celtics ahead as the Celtics made 4 of their next 6 3-point attempts. They had a 5-point lead with seconds left in the opening quarter, but gave up a coast-to-coast drive by Paolo Banchero, who had a dozen early on. Jason Tatum with 10 in the first quarter. It was 32-29 after 1. Second quarter, we mentioned Porzingis with his first 3-pointer of the series, but he got whistled for a cheap foul. Corey Joseph, get him an Emmy. He heads to the bench. Porzingis heads to the bench with his third foul. Tatum's basket on the same play negated. The Magic go on an 8-0 run shortly thereafter, and Corey Joseph pops up again.
Jaylen Brown makes him give it up to the left side for a Joseph 3. That's good. Tie game. Tatum made the bucket after that controversial call against Porzingis to put the Celtics up by 8, but 8 straight for the Magic, and we start Game 4 over again.
Yeah, then they go ahead and take the lead, but eventually Jaylen Brown tied it back with a layup. Jason Tatum a big bucket. We're back to a 5-point advantage for the Celtics. 24 minutes into this one, a 53-48 score. Let's head inside our box score for the first half. The Celtics shoot at 47% from the field, just 5 of 18 from downtown, so they'll be looking to improve on that. A perfect 6 of 6 from the line. The Magic 42% from the field, 5 of 15 from downtown. Not too flashy. You can tell what kind of game this is. 7 for 11 from the charity stripe. Not good. That's Magic basketball. Celtics with the 24-18 advantage on the boards, including 7 of 2 on offensive rebounds. Each team has dished out a dozen dimes. Celtics with 8 turnovers. Magic with 6. Some line scores of note. The game leader in scoring, Paolo Banchero, 6 for 17 from the field, 2 of 5 from deep, 4 of 7 from the line. 18 points for him. Toss in 4 rebounds as well. 10 so far for Franz Wagner, to go along with 5 assists. Wendell Carter contributing 8 rebounds for the Magic so far in this one. The Celtics paced by Tatum, as we mentioned, with 15 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown, made his only free throw attempt, 9 rebounds already, so heading for a double-double, 2 steals in that first half. 13 for Porzingis on 5 of 9 from the field. He made 1 of 2 from downtown. Jaylen Brown, 8 points, 6 boards. Derek White, 7 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 6 points off the bench for Sam Hauser. The Celtics, a 53-48 lead, 24 minutes into this one. Our music of the game brought to you by LiveNation.com. I'm Sean Silver. I'll have your headlines coming up. Then we'll send it back to Grandy and B-Rob for the call of the second half here on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub, Celtics Radio.
For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on Sirius XM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
Jazz, born in America, celebrated worldwide. And this month, some of the brightest stars shine in exclusive live performances across SiriusXM. Hear legends Bob James and Lee Ritenour, the 2025 NEA Jazz Masters Concert, and more. It's Jazz Appreciation Month throughout April on Watercolors Channel 66, Real Jazz Channel 67, and listen at home with the SiriusXM app.
The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the SiriusXM app.
Hey, do you ever wonder how life might look if you'd saved a little more? Well, April is Financial Literacy Month, and Planned to AT is here to help. We're a nonprofit helping young people improve their futures through financial wellness education. Our fun, simple workshops help students build healthy money habits and get them ready for the workforce. Text PTAT to 26989 to learn how you and your company can get involved. That's PTAT to 26989.
NBA Radio on SiriusXM is available on your connected devices. Listen at home anytime you want with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
It's soccer's most thrilling league.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
And now every match is on the SiriusXM app.
Can you believe it?
From the title race.
This is remarkable. Keeps this title charge on track, surely.
To the relegation fight.
The impossible may still be possible.
Hear every English Premier League match on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app. Just search for your favorite club.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, looking around the NBA playoffs, the Knicks got a favorable no call in the closing seconds and survived in Detroit 94-93. They take a 3-1 series lead over the Pistons. Meanwhile, 43 for Anthony Edwards. The T-Wolves up 3-1 in their series over the Lakers. Pacers, Bucks, your NBA nightcap tonight. Indy up 2-1 in that series. The Boston Red Sox, 15 hits today, 4 of them for Jarren Duran. They take the rubber match in Cleveland, 13-3. They'll be north of the border taking on the Blue Jays Tuesday. Stanley Cup playoffs. The Blues evened up their series with the Jets 2 games apiece, courtesy of a 5-1 win. Hurricanes beat the Devils 5-2. They're up 3-1 in that series. Caps and Canadians 1-1 right now in the second. Oilers host the Kings later tonight. Boston Fleet winners yesterday over Toronto. New England Revolution 1-0 winners over Charlotte FC yesterday. Valvoline Instant Oil Change brings these headlines to you. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. Celtics up 5 at the break. Sean Grandy and Brian Robb with the call of the second half. Next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Win some, lose some, but always be in the know. At DraftKings, we put your play and performance history all in one place with the My Stat Sheet tool. Get a breakdown of your recent activity with an overview of your deposits, withdrawals, contests, wagers, and more. Use My Stat Sheet to stay on top of your spending so you can stay on top of your game. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
As your warm weather fun gets into full swing, Shaw's and Star Market is saving you time and money. Just download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to do your grocery shopping online. Right now, you'll get $30 off your first online order over $75. That's right. Use the code SAVE30 and enjoy $30 off your first order. Plus, free curbside pickup or delivery right to your door will be ready in as soon as 30 minutes. Shaw's and Star Market. Save time. Shop online.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
I can't believe you scored tickets para Nati Natasha.
After saving so much at T-Mobile, I thought, ¿por qué no darnos un gusto?
There she is.
Nati, can we get a picture?
Claro que sí. Wow, that's a nice picture.
The S25 takes awesome selfies.
Tag me and I'll follow you. Get a new Samsung Galaxy S25 phone with Galaxy AI at T-Mobile and 4 lines for $25 a line.
With autopay discount plus taxes and fees. Minimum 4 lines on plan. Contact us if canceling lines. Plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic. And whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. And me, Cedric Maxwell.
This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ!
42 for Paul Pierce.
A three-pointer for Danny Ainge.
KG is locked and loaded tonight.
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
Chalmers will drive in, reverse a layup that's no good because Rondo contested it. Defense to the end. It's in the hands of Rondo, a near triple-double as the final buzzer goes. It wasn't easy. Miami made their run, but the Boston Celtics, who created doubters all around the NBA with their performance in the second half of the year, leave no doubt tonight as they get through the first round faster than they did in each of the last 2 years. They were the better team start to finish, and they eliminate the Miami Heat in 5. 15 years ago tonight, Celtics closed out the Miami Heat after that brilliant Dwayne Wade game in Game 4 that extended the series to Game 5. Little did we know what was about to happen with the Celtics going on arguably the best 6-game run of the new Big Three era when they won the final 3 games against Cleveland and the first 3 games in Orlando. First playoff meeting since. Of course, everyone knows the Orlando Magic closed Boston Garden 30 years ago. It was the Celtics that closed Amway Arena just up the street from here 15 years ago. And here we are, 15 years later, Celtics with a 5-point lead, 53-48, as we go to the third quarter of game number 4, which has been far and away the most entertaining game, Brian Robb, to watch.
It certainly has, and I'm just looking at the floor right now. I'm seeing Luke Cornett on the court here, Sean, and no Porzingis to start this half, it looks like. So I wonder if that is injury-related or foul-related or what's going on there.
Well, he was not injured. He was only came out of the game because he got the third foul.
Yeah.
So we can see from where we are, we're a mile high here in Orlando, but our eyes are on Porzingis. He is on the Boston bench, and I wonder if Joe Mazzulla felt, well, things are going well without him. You just automatically think, oh, he made it to the half, put him back in, but maybe you can get a few minutes here without him having to pick up a 4th foul. Tatum dribbles to the left elbow. Third quarter begins with a Tatum miss. Rebound quickly outlet to Franz Wagner. Tatum gets right in his face, knocks the ball away, but Caldwell Pope will save it. Celtics have answered the physicality part. When Orlando, they shot the ball better, certainly in the early part of the game. Then the Celtics turned it over a bunch in the second. Caldwell Pope returns to Joseph. Right side 3 is online and good. Corey Joseph having his best game of the series.
Yeah, you finally getting something out of the backcourt. 4-4 from the field for him. Caldwell Pope's at a 3-2, so guards coming alive a little bit.
He's been their best shooter in the series. 9 of 15. Tatum catches and travels. He caught that ball in the paint, a little off balance. Could decide whether to go on Wagner, and he's called for traveling. That invariable delay of game warning when Tatum just bounces the ball back to the officials. Celtics by 2 early in the third quarter of game 4. Banchero deep on the left side. Pounds Derek White, gets in deep, turns towards the basket, runs it off the glass, no good, gets his own rebound, blocked by Cornette of the putback, but another offensive rebound. Carter kick out to Joseph. His deep 3 is no good, would have given Orlando the lead. Another rebound, 7th for Jaylen Brown. Bounce pass Derek White, back to Jaylen, attacks the paint, 2-hand slam as Horford had Caldwell Pope sealed out and then some.
Yeah, it's great awareness by Derek White in the break. He saw Al, the steal down low, got it right back to Jaylen. Nice clear pass to the hoop.
But again, how was that a foul on Porzingis earlier, and that wasn't a foul there on Horford? Banchero dribbles to the left elbow. He's covered by Jaylen Brown. Bounce pass to Carter. 12-footer is good. Magic just shooting it better tonight. 55-53. Celtics by 2. Early third quarter.
Derek White turns the corner, races down the right side, goes off the glass and in. He got the head of steam going. Celtics by 4. Open, left side 3, Caldwell Pope, rims out. The difference here is that the Celtics threes have been contested. Orlando's have not been. Tatum dribbles around. Joseph throws to the far corner. Here's an open 3. It's Derek White, but it's no good. And the rebound from Franz Wagner. Wagner into the front court. Jostled, fouled by Tatum. It's going to be on the floor.
He was going like 1 on 3, 1 on 4 right there, but Celtics need to slow down. He had a head of steam. And I don't know what their officials are chatting right now. I don't know if they're going to, certainly not going to be a clear path, I would imagine, because Celtics were back on that one.
Take foul.
Wow.
I don't think I have ever seen a take foul called that far down the court.
That's a wild call.
I have never seen that. Franz Wagner was in the paint. He was not shooting. That is shaky. So Caldwell Pope will shoot a free throw and make it. Talk about margins all the time. Orlando gets a point out of this. We'll see if that matters later on. I didn't even think you could call that one that far down the court.
I'd never seen that. Exactly, when they're at the free throw line.
Wendell Carter, hand to Banchero. Right-hand dribble, attacks the paint, goes off the glass, and it goes. Orlando has the lead. 57-56, Orlando down by 1. Jalen spins to the paint, kick out Horford, out to the left wing for Derek White. 3, and it's no good. Jalen keeps the rebound alive, but it comes down to Joseph. 2 great looks for Derek White, but not going down to start this half. 57-56, Boston by 1. 9:15 to go in the third. Joseph deep on the right side against Jaylen Brown. Moves to the Banchero. Horford trying to hold his defensive position against Banchero. Banchero, ball fake. Horford takes the rim away. So the kick out Joseph. His straightaway 3 is no good. Good defense from Horford and Jaylen Brown on the contest, and the rebound for Derek White. Derek White bumped by Caldwell Pope. Spins back to his right, away from the cornet screen. Attacks Carter and draws the foul. Jason Tatum has his arms up in the air. Carter is barking. Al Horford is getting right back in his face. This was inevitable. Tempers flaring after 4 games of hand fighting and rock fighting.
And Carter's been doing this all series, Sean. He's been throwing his body around, and right there he just pretty much threw a forearm shiver right at Derek White. Threw him for a ride, and Jason Tatum has had enough. Stand up for his guy.
So it started on a Derek White drive to the basket. Carter gave him a good hard foul. Nothing wrong with it. But it's the accumulation of them. And Al Horford barked at Carter, and Wendell Carter
reviewed for a potential flagrant foul.
They're going to look at it for a flagrant. I'm not sure you're getting a flagrant there. But Al got right in the face of Wendell Carter. And Wendell Carter, in language slightly different from this, suggested that Al mind his own business and not come to him with that particular complaint.
And then I believe Jason Tatum had to chime in too. Hear what was going on over there.
All this comes in a 1-point game with 8:54 to go in the third quarter of Game 4.
I will be fascinated to see how they call this, Sean, because, like you said, it was a hard foul, a quote-unquote playoff foul, but are the refs going to try to take control of this game a little bit here, throw out the flagrant now, so tempers don't flare any more than we've seen? Celtics will certainly hope so.
Porzingis fouled Franz Wagner earlier. Hard playoff foul.
Yep.
That was a hard playoff foul. I didn't think there was anything to it. It's just some conversation afterwards. 2 teams that have been hacking at each other for 4 games. Carter extended his arm after the contact. And obviously Derek White went to the ground. Follow through is a discussion topic with flagrant fouls. I don't think it's ridiculous that they're looking at it. I think it's sort of on the line between a common foul and a flagrant one.
I bet the fact that Al Horford came over and they had that little confrontation led them to that.
Yeah.
Like, if that doesn't happen, you're right. They probably just call that a foul, let things go. But otherwise, I'm still interested again. Cornet starting the half over Porzingis. Fascinating choice here by Joe Mazzulla.
Upon review, it has been determined that Carter committed a common foul. Therefore, there are 2 shots awarded.
There you go.
Yeah. None of the elements of a flagrant foul were present in that there was no wind-up. Although there was some impact, there was no follow-through. 2 free throws.
I like Horford getting in there though anyway.
Yeah, I think that was exactly what was supposed to happen there.
Right.
I still would, if I'm allowed to submit questions for the post-game gaggle with the officials, I would love to know that Porzingis' 3rd foul on the review, the coach's challenge that the Celtics lost, how that was possibly a foul on Porzingis, but we'll see if it matters. An hour from now, it could mean nothing or everything. So Derek White will get free throws here, first of which is no good.
He's had a really terrific all-around night so far. He's got only 9 points, but 5 rebounds, 6 assists, kind of giving this team whatever it needed. And to start this half, it's been a little more on the offensive end.
He gets 1 of 2. Celtics lead 58-56. Orlando led by 8 early. Celtics led by as many as 9. Early second quarter. Rare to get an NBA game where neither team has a double-digit lead, especially in the playoffs. The Knicks are up by 16. They should have been up by a lot more earlier today, and that lead evaporated. Banchero turns. Jaylen Brown just dogging him. They are really doing a job on Banchero here. Kick out Wagner. Shot clock at 2. Wagner running 20-footer is no good. They're calling a bailout foul. Calling it on Tatum. Not a shooting foul. That one hurts. That's 3 on Tatum. That's a little bit on Tatum for being too aggressive on a challenge with 1 second on the shot clock. So now Porzingis on the bench with 3. Tatum just picked up a 3rd. Wagner ran into Al Horford, fell down on the inbounds, but it's in safe to Banchero. Banchero gets the Carter screen. Banchero dribbles to the top of the circle. His jumper is short. And the rebound, Tatum. Banchero now 7 of 21 here in game 4. Tatum moving to his right against Joseph. Stop and start. Attacks baseline. He gets fouled. Lays it off the glass with the left hand. No good, but Tatum will get free throws.
Great crossover there by Jason Tatum. Had a smaller guy, Corey Joseph, just blew by him anyway. Got through him, got the contact.
Tatum had a 3-point play earlier. That's his only free throw attempt of game 4. Where he missed all 4 free throws in game 1. Now has made 13 in a row in the series.
I'll come some slack for a couple of those, coming off of severely bone bruised wrist.
Celtics will, and something of a puzzling decision. Celtics will spend the night here in Orlando. They will not fly back until tomorrow. They're going to fly early tomorrow. Tatum gets the free throws. 60-56. Boston by 4. 8:13 to go in the third. Franz Wagner out at half court against Al Horford. Right-hand dribble, driving on him. Stops at 16 feet, not even looking at the rim. Returns to Banchero. Shot clock at 8. Banchero against Al Horford. Banchero dribbling between his legs. Goes left side. Caldwell Pope dribbles around Derek White. Moves into the corner. Joseph steps to 17 feet. Jumper is good. Joseph can't miss tonight. 5 of 7. 60-58. Who is going to help out Wagner and Banchero tonight? It's been Joseph. Tatum dribbles around one man, misses a forced 3, and the rebound belonged to Wendell Carter. Celtics have taken a lot of threes out of rhythm to try to get them up in this game. They've taken 21. That's the good news, but they missed 16. Jumper Banchero missed. He gets his own rebound. 12-footer, no good on the putback. The rebound, Tatum. Banchero is having a rough go here the last couple of quarters. Tatum, over the shoulder pass, finds Jaylen Brown left side. Celtics by 2. 7:18 to go in the third if you're syncing up. Jaylen Brown, right-hand dribble to the free throw line, elevates and hits.
Jalen's sweet spot right there. Got right to the free throw line, elevated over, used this size advantage over Caldwell Pope.
Felt like Banchero got off to a good start in this game, but he's now 7 of 23. 62-58, Boston by 4. Middle stage this third quarter. Franz Wagner, step back, cross court, quick hands. Derek White, he's got the steal, but he couldn't keep himself in bounds. Magic will keep it, and they're saying possession change, so full shot clock here. And now, will get the timeout, and we may get Kristaps Porzingis back in the game when we return. If so, Joe Mazzulla milked 5 extra minutes out of Porzingis with 3 fouls. 5:07 gone by. Third quarter of Game 4. Boston 62, Orlando 58. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell joined us at the 2025 NFL Draft.
The game evolves, so let's just start with the kickoff.
What we achieved last year, I think, was obviously a different structure. Moving it out to the 35 on a touchback, when you look at the analytics and coaches, and Andy Reid told me this, if it was at 35, I would be kicking it into the kicking zone. And that's what I think is going to happen. We believe it'll go up significantly.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and on the SiriusXM app.
Soak up spring love vibes with an all-new mix from The Flow.
Bring the beat in.
Now on the SiriusXM app, featuring 2000s R&B hits from the heart by Ashanti, Usher, and Beyonce. Plus smooth 2010s grooves from Frank Ocean, Janelle Monáe, and more. It's the perfect soundtrack for flings, feels, and everything in between. Just search Spring Love in the SiriusXM app.
For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on SiriusXM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
You can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to path the pump. Go proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. See app for details. Celtics by 4, 62-58. And a tight game, and it's taken on some different characteristics from the first 3 games in this series. The Celtics are getting their three-pointers up, but they're not making them. 5 of 21 on the night, 24%. They just had a bad three-point shooting year against Orlando. And the trick to me, Brian, is that Orlando doesn't let you shoot threes. You got to do other things. And Joe Mazzulla said very clearly, hey, we're not going to force threes. Well, they kind of have in this game. And I get it. You get a 2-on-1 break. You want to get some of those three-point looks that you haven't gotten and make Orlando pay in transition. But the Celtics have not been patient in the threes they've taken.
Yeah, it's proven costly from the percentages from that standpoint. So it'll be interesting to see now. Porzingis is back on the floor. They had him going that pick and roll a lot in that second quarter. I wonder if they try to get that back going now with him in the game.
So automatic when the guy picks up 3 fouls. You say, well, he's done for the half, and then they bring him back to start the half. Joe Mazzulla rolled the dice a little bit. Played Luke Cornett the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. Now Porzingis comes back in with the 3 fouls. 5 minutes and 7 seconds into the third quarter. Joseph, bounce entry for Franz Wagner. Turns on Horford, drives, goes off the glass, no good. He tried to get it up quickly. Horford has been a huge impact defender in this game. Tatum zips the entry to Al Horford, catches in the paint, gathers, flips it up awkwardly, no good. He forced that, didn't really catch it in rhythm. Joseph, into the front court, shovel pass, Wagner sets himself for 3, got it.
That's a rough swing right there. Al had it 5-on-4, but couldn't finish it, and then they got the transition 3 the other way.
How about Banchero and Wagner are 4 of 9 from 3. Orlando will take that every day and twice today on Sunday. Boston by 1, 62-61. Tatum moves it to Jaylen Brown against Joseph. This is where Joseph picked up that offensive foul on him in game 3. Brown spins to the free throw line and gets the jumper to rattle home. That was a really big play in game 3 when Jaylen was called for that offensive foul. 64-61. Tricky dribble. Banchero gets across half court, exposed to the ball, slapped away. Porzingis dives to the floor, and the Celtics have the steal. Derek White, lead for Tatum. What was Banchero thinking about? Tatum ducks the shoulder, drives strong in the paint, reverses it up and in over Wagner. Tatum's up to 19. Celtics by 5, 66-61. Corey Joseph moves it to Caldwell Pope. Here's the entry, Banchero. Jaylen Brown's turn on Banchero. with 7 for 23. One dribble, kick back out. Wagner up fakes the three, puts to the floor, drives around Horford, shovel pass for Carter, and he is fouled at the rim by Jaylen Brown. He got blocked, and I wanted to say fouled. I was waiting for a call. I thought for a second it might not come. But Jaylen is called for the foul, and Carter will get free throws. And if Cedric Maxwell were here, he would love more than anything Jaylen Brown just walking away from Carter rather than trying to help him up.
Jaylen putting in 2 cents with the ref there. Celtics obviously used their challenge, but it's a good recovery by Jaylen. Good defense overall this half during this stretch.
Wendell Carter, of course, went to Duke. His parents wanted him to go to Harvard. First free throw is good. He would have had, go on too far of a limb here, he would have had some success in the Ivy League.
A few mismatches down low.
Caleb Houston will come in to get Franz Wagner. Tatum and Porzingis in the game with 3 fouls. Joseph in the game with 3 fouls for Orlando with 5:24 to go in the third. Carter can't make it a one-possession game. Misses the second free throw. Magic 9 of 14 from the line. Boston by 4. 5:16 to go in the third. Derek White finds Tatum cutting to the free throw line. Tatum step back, forces a 16-footer, no good. Back iron, rebound Joseph. Not a good shot. Banchero up the left side. Porzingis in front of him. Banchero pulls up, takes the jumper, and he hits it. But you got to go at Porzingis with the 3 fouls. It ends a run of Banchero. He had missed about 5 or 6 in a row. He's 8 for 24. Derek White dribbles into an open 3 and knocks it down. And dropping his head was Corey Joseph because it's like the first time in the series he finally forgot where Derek White was. 13 for Derek White, his first 3. Banchero drops for the trailer. Carter left-hand slam, beating Jaylen Brown to the spot. 69-66. Boston by 3. 4:31 to go in the third. Tatum calling a play with that bandage right wrist, dribbling with his left hand. Now switches to the right hand dribble at the logo. Zips it to Porzingis against Carter. Step back 3. Nope. Back iron rebound. Jaylen Brown battling Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope has got it. Porzingis now 1 of 3 tonight, 1 of 13 in the series. From distance. Joseph dribbling under the basket. Derek White forced him to the outside. Puts in the hands of Banchero. Banchero spins on Tatum, elevates, finger rolls up and good.
That's a sensational move by Banchero. Tatum was right there, has been out there all night, but you can't stop that.
69-68, Boston by 1. 3:52 to go in the third. Banchero blitzes out at Tatum and couldn't stop himself and just lumbers into him, picks up a second foul. Third team foul on Orlando, not a good one. So Hauser and Pritchard re-enter. This was a big moment for the Celtics as those two guys had struggled, and they were great in the second half of the first quarter when they first came in. Celtics went from down 8 to up 9 early in the second. They're up by 1 right now. Jaylen Brown, right side of the floor, challenged by Carter. He's deep behind the three-point line. Switches to the left-hand drive, feeling contact. He runs it up, no good. Late whistle, but a foul on Carter is his second, and more free throws for Jaylen.
Yeah, nice attack there by Jaylen. And they're going to give him the shot, it looks like, here, too. Jaylen White has to get that up once he felt the contact. But this is a guy like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. They can take Carter to the rim anytime they want if they get those one-on-one situations. So nice to see them getting back to that.
You could make an argument, if you're Jamal Mosley, that he should not be getting free throws here. Magic no longer have a foul to give here with 3:41 to go in the third. You understand the stakes in a game 4. The difference between going home up 3-1 and 2-2. Jaylen gets the first free throw. Celtics are not in a position to mess around with the Knicks now up 3-1. Cleveland is up 3-0. Indiana will try to go up 3-1 tonight at Milwaukee. They've been really good from the line in the series. 4 for 4 tonight. 19 of 21 in the series. Over 90%. Celtics by 3, 71-68. Banchero, big usage night. Has the ball punched away by Jaylen Brown. Out of bounds it goes. Magic will keep it with 13 to shoot.
Jaylen with some really nice physical defense this half with the ball pressure on Banchero, and Magic guards as well.
Banchero 9 for 25. Carter, top of the circle, hand off Banchero. Jaylen Brown in front of him. Banchero moving to his left, looking for the opening. Dribbles to 18 feet. That jumper short. Porzingis snags the rebound. Quick outlet. Jaylen Brown running 2-on-2 with Hauser. Jaylen exposes the ball. Who knocked away. He's got it back. He's able to throw out to Pritchard. Long cross court. Gives Porzingis an open three. Got it.
That's a big one right there. Porzingis, like you said, 1 of 13 before that three. They need him to get going from the three-point line in these playoffs.
And that's where the threes need to come from for the Celtics. Ball goes in, ball comes out. Banchero down the right side, hangs in the air, misses off the glass, but he gets fouled. Now, who'd they get? Celtics need that to be Hauser. I don't want to go to break until we know it's on Jaylen Brown. So now Brown, Porzingis, and Tatum all have 3 fouls. 2:57 to go. Third quarter of Game 4. Boston 74, Orlando 68. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
As the Celtics prepare to defend their title, they know they'll have to protect home court. At Amica Insurance, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter most to you. So they put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through the details of your coverage or following up after a claim, your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you built. Visit Amica.com and get a quote today.
Hey, it's Felger here to talk about Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that our finance team uses here at the Sports Hub, so you know they're a big deal. Ramp handles all the tedious financial nonsense you don't want to do, so you can focus on things that actually matter. With Ramp, you submit your receipts in seconds. Your finance team will love it, and your team will love it too. And for a limited time, when you sign up for Ramp, you will receive a bonus of $250. So visit ramp.com/hub and start saving time and eliminating expense headaches today.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Celtics by 6, 2:57 to go, third quarter of Game 4. It has been the best game of the series with a very low bar for that distinction through the first three. This game would be slightly less rock fighty than the first three, but it is developing into that as we move into the second half. Paolo Banchero, who has missed 17 of his 26 shots and 3 of his 7 free throws, will go back to the line here. He's got 24 points, but it's taken him 26 shots to get there. Trying to cut into the Boston lead. Fouls are a problem here. Now they changed that foul while we were gone to Porzingis. So it is a 4th foul on Porzingis. That's why Joe Mazzulla didn't bring him back to start the third quarter as Banchero misses another free throw.
Yeah, only 17 minutes for Porzingis tonight because of that foul trouble. And it all goes back to that controversial challenge that was not reversed in the second quarter. That gave him 3.
Banchero takes a long look at the second free throw. It is in the air and good. 74-69. Magic trail by 5. They have left 6 points at the free throw line. Payton Pritchard Into the front court, Anthony Black back in the game to guard him. Pritchard switches to the left hand, goes behind the Tatum screen. Bounce pass for Tatum. Clean look at a three instead, puts it in his pocket. Drives, floats it out to Hauser. Return to Tatum, who relocates on the wing against Banchero. 5 on the shot clock. Tatum, left hand dribble to the elbow. Jumper, nope. Back iron, rebound belongs to Orlando. Houston, can he save it? Yes. To Isaac, who gets it away to Anthony Black. Celtics going late in the shot clock again. Orlando down 5. Here's Banchero spinning on Hauser. Kick to the left corner. Gary Harris has a clean look at a three. This one rims out. Rebound Isaac offensively. Kick out. Banchero swings it left side. Houston wants the three. Nope. Rebound Jaylen Brown. And Gary Harris slows him down enough. They got to call a foul here. And Isaac and Gary Harris got too aggressive, but that's going to put Orlando over the limit, committing a foul in the backcourt.
That's great work by Jaylen Brown there. He really got up for that rebound, and both guys are going after Brown. He was strong, throwing the bows a little bit, made them call the foul with all the contacts.
We're in the middle of it in real time, which is the hardest time to gauge it. But it almost feels like this is potentially the worst case scenario for the Celtics and the best. The worst case scenario was that they would be involved in a long, physical first-round series, as Jaylen Brown makes another free throw. The best case scenario was that they would be involved in a tough physical first-round series that didn't go long and prepared them for what may lay ahead.
The next 14 minutes will be pretty big in deciding which way that goes.
Celtics by 6 or 7, depending on the second free throw for Jaylen Brown. Gets his breathing right and makes another free throw. Well, he has been good for the line. This is probably his best run of free throw shooting when it matters the most in this first round series. 76-69, Boston by 7. About to hit 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Banchero making Wagner with a left hand. Turns it over. He overran his dribble again. Jaylen Brown, though, has the ball punched away from behind by Jonathan Isaac. Back-to-back turnovers. Here comes Wagner. Lead for Anthony Black. Black has Tatum waiting in the paint, so he floats it out of the left wing for Houston, who will set himself, launch a three that's no good. Rebound Tatum. Both teams have been horrendous shooting the three. Celtics 7 of 24, Orlando 7 of 23. Magic will take those numbers. Here's Tatum dribbling past Gary Harris, gets in deep, draws the foul.
Nice bully ball there by Tatum. Getting to the rim, getting to the free throw line. They've only been there 14 times tonight, but with the way that Orlando fouls in this series, that might be the path of least resistance as we get into this fourth quarter.
I told Jamal Mosley he'd have more free throw attempts, and then three-point shooting would be basically even. Late in the third quarter, he would feel great about where his team was, but Celtics have a chance to take their largest lead if Tatum can make the second free throw.
12 rebounds already, 2 for Tatum. He's been a monster on the glass this series.
8-1 is the run. Make it 9-1 as Tatum gets the second free throw. And the Celtics have their largest lead again, up by 9. This is where it got early in the second quarter. Neither team has had a double-digit lead in this game. 1:23 to go in the third. Can the Magic survive the minutes with Banchero on the bench? Wagner turns the corner. Moves it to Anthony Black, dribbles into the baseline. Short floater is good over Luke Cornett. 78-71. Boston by 7. Jaylen Brown throws the shoulder into Gary Harris, takes the baseline away. Jaylen spins into the paint, picks up his dribble. Gonna float it all the way back out to Tatum. Celtics will start again with 9 on the shot clock. Final minute, third quarter, Boston by 7. Tatum against Houston. Tatum dribbling with the left hand. Pump fake, draws not enough contact. The shot is no good. He was trying to get a foul. Rebound belongs to Orlando and Gary Harris. Good job by Houston to not foul. Wagner into the front court, 2 for 1 for Orlando. Wagner dribbling low, attacks, floats, scores. Magic finished the first quarter strong, and they're finishing the third quarter strong. Back-to-back buckets, cuts the Boston lead to 5, 2 for 1. 32 seconds to go in the third. Jaylen feeling contact, throws it up, no good. The shot won't count, but Orlando way over the limit. So more free throws here for Jaylen Brown with 32 seconds remaining, and the Celtics get the 2 for 1 at the end of the quarter.
I don't know what Gary Harris was doing there. Maybe he thought they had one to give, but he way out on Jaylen, and Jaylen smartly just got the ball up, drew the contacts, 2 easy free throws to produce the 2 for 1 here to close the quarter for the Celtics.
The degree to which they do not have one to give here is pretty dramatic. That was the 7th or 8th foul committed by Orlando here in the quarter.
Counting's hard.
Jalen finally misses a free throw. He had been 6 of 6 tonight.
Wonder if this is going to be a half here where Jason and Jalen go distance. I don't believe they've come out of this third quarter so far.
And that's unusual. Usually Jalen comes out at some point in the third quarter. Second free throw is good. 79-73. Orlando with the ball, down 6. Exactly 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Anthony Black wearing the black t-shirt onto the blue Orlando uniform. Dribbles across half court, right side of the floor. Pritchard waiting for him. Shot clock at 12. It's in the hands of Gary Harris. Against Jaylen Brown now in the left corner. Houston turns, fires. 3 is no good. He's been an aggressive shooter, but a loose ball foul called against the Celtics. And the Celtics will not get the last shot. And I believe that's going to put Boston over the limit. Oh, bad foul by Peyton Pritchard. Black, not a great free throw shooter, hits the first. All you want to do when you're the underdog is keep it close, especially the way they play. Celtics have gotten their three-point shots up tonight, but they haven't made them. 7 for 25. Free throw's good. 6-1 close to the quarter for Orlando. Last shot time. 11, 10, 9 seconds to go. Tatum across half court with a 4-point lead. Tatum out of the logo against Isaac 5 seconds to go. Tatum moving to his right. Has Houston in front of him. Switches to the left hand. Pull up. Top of the circle jumper. Rims out. And that'll do it for the third quarter. And the Magic are right where they want to be. Right where they need to be. Celtics led by 3 at the end of 1. By 5 at halftime. They're up by 4 now as we make the turn for home. End of 3 in the pivotal Game 4. Boston 79, Orlando 75 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CRV. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Pilot, a 1.99% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline, or a 2.99% APR on a 2025 CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you feel like a Bosch.
The 99-cent sale is back at Shaw's and Star Market. Pick up participating items throughout the store for just 99 cents by the each or by the pound. Like Signature Select White Bread, Chicken of the Sea Chunk Light Tuna, Chobani Greek Yogurt, Broccoli Crowns, Eggplant, Sweet Potatoes, Vidalia Onions, Cara Oranges, Signature Select Pasta, Rice-A-Roni, Kind Bars, and more. All just 99 cents. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
In a tooth and nail, tight opening round playoff series, 3 quarters tonight in Game 4. All have been decided each of the 3 quarters by a single possession. Celtics take a 4-point lead into the 4th quarter of Game 4 as soon as we take 10 seconds for station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
Grandy and B-Rob. Brian Robb sitting in for Cedric Maxwell tonight on personal family business. Celebrating his mom's 90th birthday this weekend in North Carolina. He'll be back with us on Tuesday night for the late start, the 8:30 game in Boston. Or will it be 2-2? Or will the Celtics be going to the closeout? We're going to find out in about a half an hour as the Celtics take a 4-point lead to the fourth quarter. And as we said, at the start of the series and each game of this series, a major win for the Orlando Magic is keeping the three-point totals close. They did in the first half of game one, didn't in the second half and lost. They did in the first half of game two, had the lead, didn't in the second half and lost. They kept it close the entire night in game three, won the game. Celtics have made 7, Orlando has made 7. Remember, the Celtics, of course, set an NBA record for three-pointers made during the regular season. And Porzingis, who's been the fail-safe when the threes aren't there, has been battling foul trouble for the last quarter and a half. Orlando with the ball down 4 to begin the fourth quarter of the pivotal game 4. Gary Harris goes left side, Houston. Dribbles in on the wing. Now he's reluctant to shoot. Kick out Wagner. Swung right side, Anthony Black. Black driving on Hauser. Runs it off the glass and gets the bounce. When the Magic see Sam Hauser, they go 79-77. Boston by 2. 35 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. Jason Tatum, after a hot start, now 7 of 19. Guarded by Jonathan Isaac. On the right side, cross-court, Derek White. Pretty good look. Jumps into a 3, and he hits it.
A lot of screening action down low there. That got the Magic's attention. Allowed Derek White to pop out to the wing for the open look.
Celtics by 5, 82-77. Pritchard making Wagner work to get across half court. Moves it ahead to Anthony Black. How long can you keep Banchero out of the game here? Jaylen Brown is out. Tatum's gone the distance here in the second half. Wagner. Left-hand dribble. Throws it back to Anthony Black. He's open. His 3 is no good. Rebound, Derek White. The Magic cannot win a three-point shooting contest. They cannot answer. Derek White with the entry to Tatum. Tatum against Gary Harris. Pull up at 18. Swish. 5 straight for the Celtics. 84-77. Boston by 7. 90 seconds into the fourth. Derek White coming out to Dog Wagner. Goes under the screen of Isaac. Cross-court pass gets to Anthony Black. Derek White trying to go into the screen of Isaac again. Black returns to Wagner. Shot clock down to 7. Wagner against Peyton Pritchard. Wagner dribbling between his legs. Wagner steps back behind the line. Launches the 3. Not a good shot. No good. Porzingis deflects the rebound to Tatum. Moves it ahead to Derek White.
Great defense by Pritchard there. Bobbing Wagner shot.
Good defense from Black, but Derek White spins away from it. Gets in the front court, beating the 8-second call. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Celtics by 7. Here's Porzingis operating at the free throw line. Pump fake. Has it punched away by Harris. Porzingis has it back. Hand fighting. Launches. No good. Back iron.
Never got comfortable in that spot.
And he stubbornly forced that up. Orlando with the ball down 7. Wagner down the left side. Scoops it with the right hand and scores. Very tough shot as he was falling out of bounds. But he's got to get that ball back in his right hand. 84-79. Celtics by 5. 9:27 to go. Tatum goes right side. Derek White. This is a good look and a 3, but it's no good. The rebound for Black. Derek White is not in a great night shooting those 3s. 2 of 6. More open ones, it feels, since he's had since game 1. Wagner switches to the left hand. Spins on Derek White. Kick out. Houston. Up fakes. Gets to the right elbow. His jumper rims out. Now he's gone cold, but the rebound goes off Pritchard out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know how long you can keep this lamp in the game they're Magic. They're already making the subs back in because there's just no shooting. There's no shooting around Wagner right now, and here comes Banchero back in the game.
Which means Joe Mazzulla is going to point a finger at Al Horford and get him back in the game. Al has been great. And Banchero's really had to work tonight. 25 points, but it's taken him 26 shots to get there. Orlando with the ball down 5. 9:05 to go. Under out of bounds. Lobbed all the way out to Isaac. Almost deflected away by Porzingis. He does deflect it away. Out of bounds. Porzingis tried to steal the call. It will stay with Isaac. That was a dangerous play for a guy with 4 fouls. Contavious Caldwell-Pope returns to get Gary Harris. The veteran Gary Harris has given the Magic some solid minutes in these 2 games here in Orlando. White jumps the passing lane, can't get away from Franz Wagner. Returns, drives, scoops, and scores, and the foul. Disaster.
Yeah, White came out there going for the steal. Wagner got ahead of steam, and Porzingis was the last man back and wasn't able to cut him off.
There's number 5 on Porzingis with 8:58 to go. Just when it looked like the Celtics would get Porzingis unlocked. He's locked himself out of game 4, going to the bench with his 5th foul. Remember, Joe Mazzulla got some heat for keeping Jaylen Brown out of the game too long with 5 fouls in game 3 on Friday. We'll see when Porzingis comes back.
Payne Pritchard on the floor now as the fifth man. No double bigs right now. Pritchard playing well defensively, but scoreless in his 19 minutes.
Wagner gets the free throw. One possession game 4. 84-82. Boston the lead and the ball. 8:54 to go. Derek White throws that left shoulder into Caldwell Pope. Uses the Horford screen to dribble to his right. Finds Tatum cutting. Tatum inside the elbow. Return to Derek White. He up fakes a three. Caldwell Pope crashes into him as Derek White launches. They say not in time to get free throws. This will be a side out of bounds.
His first team foul.
One team foul on each side of the first 3:15 of the fourth.
Seems like they're running that screen action a lot to try to get Tatum at the elbow and let him make decisions from there. Fascinating to see how Orlando tries to adjust to that.
Jaylen Brown returns. Out there with Horford, Tatum, White, and Pritchard. Porzingis on the bench with 5 fouls. 6 on the shot clock for Jaylen Brown. Driving on Wendell Carter. Pulls up on him, 10 feet. Jumper, bounces out. Rebound Anthony Black. Magic can tie or better on this trip with 8:28 to go. Wagner, dogged by Pritchard. Out near half court. Wagner switches to the right hand, pushes Pritchard away, spins in traffic, floats it up, no good. Rebound, Jaylen Brown's got it. Good defense from Pritchard. Jaylen into the front court. Banchero waiting for him. Cross court, Tatum's got it against Black. Tatum dribbling between his legs, switches to the left hand, gets inside the free throw line. Tatum spins and draws the foul on Black. Down he goes. Did Black follow through on the injured wrist of Tatum? Tatum is sitting down and he is holding on to that right wrist again with his left hand. He's smiling. He will put his left hand out for Horford to pick him up with.
And you knew this was coming, Sean. A foul like this on Tatum's wrist is, I think, the first time he was been really tested by it in these first 2 games he's come back here. So we'll see how these free throws look.
First foul on Anthony Black, and he got his money's worth there, going after the sore wrist of Jason Tatum. First free throw right down the middle. The stakes are so apparent. Tatum gets the free throws. 86-82. This is pretty much where we've been most of the night. 1-2 possession game. Generally with the Celtics leading. Magic had the early lead, got it up to 8. 7:52 to go in game 4. Banchero straight away against Jaylen Brown. Left hand dribble into the paint, scoops it up and in. That was way too easy.
No rim resistance right there.
With Porzingis out of the game. Derek White, long cross court, dangerous, but it gets to Tatum. Tatum working behind Jaylen Brown. He's got a pretty good look at a three. Takes it and makes it.
Yeah, big mistake by Anthony Black there. Did not get out there on the switch on Tatum. Took advantage.
And Tatum was a half second late on reacting, almost shocked that he actually had an open three.
Does not happen often.
Celtics have made 2 in the fourth quarter. Magic have made none. That's the difference in the game right now. Celtics by 5. Banchero runs into Jaylen Brown. They're calling a foul. And the Celtics cannot challenge. It's the third on Jaylen.
Yeah, luckily for the Celtics, 3 on Jaylen. Porzingis is the only guy in foul trouble right now. Tatum also with 3, but those guys should be fine the rest of the way.
Anthony Black does his job again. 10 more off the bench. He's been the best bench player for Orlando in the series.
I'm surprised I haven't played him more, to be honest, Sean. He played especially in that second quarter of game 3.
And again, Mom Wolsey knows what he's doing, but for the life of me, I can't understand why Cole Anthony's not playing in this series.
2 minutes tonight.
Yeah, it's crazy. He is the top plus-minus player for Orlando in the series. 7:13 to go. Inbound to Wagner. Magic with it, down by 5. Wagner switches to the left hand. Drives on Jaylen Brown. He's in pretty deep. Runs it up with the right hand and scores.
Celtics, again, playing smaller here with Al Horford at the 5, and the lack of rim protection is hurting them on these Wagner drives.
89-86. Think about Cornette here instead of Pritchard.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown dribbles to the left elbow. His jumper going to come up short. Rebound. Wagner's got it. Orlando with the ball down by 3. 6:47 to go in game 4. Banchero against Jaylen Brown. Switches to the right hand. Runs into Jaylen. Lost the ball. Tatum's got it. Another Banchero turnover. That's his 4th. Tatum, left-hand dribble into the front court. Stop and start on Carter. We'll bring it out into the corner. Tatum lines him up. Pulls up for 3. Rims out. Offensive rebound. Al Horford has a big one. Throws it out to Derek White. White going to attack the paint. Ball fake. Scoops and scores. Timeout, Jamal Mosley. On the margin, Celtics have hit the only 2 threes of the quarter. Get a big offensive rebound there, and they have pushed the lead to 5. 6:21 to go in game 4. Boston 91, Orlando 86. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the SiriusXM app.
Football season may be months away.
It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59.
But Sports Grid Radio is talking about the lines, odds, and futures for the NFL.
If you don't have a great quarterback in this league, you'll be lucky if you scrape 8.
Whether you're looking at team win totals, props, or the best odds to win next year's Super Bowl, the only place to get the winning edge over the sports books is Sports Grid Radio.
And I'm going to bet the Eagles to win the NFC before the year gets underway.
Channel 159 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
It's been an American tradition for more than 150 years.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
And you can hear the Run for the Roses on Sirius XM.
Coming down to the wire. Who's it going to be? Oh, it's the photo of the Derby.
Join us Saturday at 10 Eastern for Down the Stretch with Dave Johnson. Then at 2, Steve Pick is live at Churchill Downs for the pre-race show. And at 5 Eastern, hear the 151st Kentucky Derby on NBC Sports Radio, Channel 85 in the car and the Sirius XM app.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
It may be the happiest place on earth, but the last thing the Celtics want to do is get on a plane Wednesday and come back here for a Game 6. So they're trying to take the 3-1 lead tonight. They lead by 5, 91-86 with 6:21 to go. And a difficult night in this building with the Celtics have played 3 games and lost all 3 in the midst of one of the greatest road seasons in NBA history. But not here in this building for a variety of reasons. And this goes back to Joe Mazzulla's first year. Orlando came in December, beat the Celtics twice. That was the Eddie House game. Eddie House calling them out. And then Eddie and I both wore the hoodies for that TV game here in January. Celtics lost that game too. They've just been the mongoose to the Celtics snake. Over the last few years, it was clear this was the team you did not want to play if you were Boston in the first round. Had no control over that. And here we are after 3 3/4 rock fights. The Celtics lead by 5 with 6:21 to go, trying to scratch and claw their way to a 3-1 lead.
And Celtics haven't won in this building, Sean, since I think it was October 2022. So that's, again, a couple of those games, they have a lot of guys in the lineup, but the Magic has just made them earn it with this core over the last couple of years, and they're putting up a good fight here tonight.
And there were bizarre games. Obviously, Tatum didn't play in either game. Nobody played that last game down here in April. It has become a difficult place for the Celtics to win. Joseph, hounded by Pritchard as he comes across half court. Joseph, high left-hand dribble, Pritchard right in front of him. Carter comes out, sets screen, ball goes to Carter, return to Joseph, going to attack the left side, knocks Pritchard away. And here comes Al Horford from behind to swat the shot into photographer's row. He saw that coming, that opportunity a mile away, and he had the fast pass, express lane to Corey Joseph, and he swatted the ball away. Shot clock down to 6. Under out of bounds. Goes into Carter. Kick out. Banchero. Up fakes the 3. Steps to the elbow. Then throws to the right corner for an open 3. And Wagner misses it. Rebound Horford. They just can't rely on this team to make open shots. Celtics by 5 on the ball. Only 2 threes made in the fourth quarter, but the Celtics have made them both. That's the difference as they lead by 5. Jason Tatum straight away against Wendell Carter. Shot clock down to 6. Tatum dribbles between his legs, gets himself in rhythm. 3 is no good. Long rebound. Al Horford just can't get there. And Orlando will get it back. Hasn't been developed into a rough shooting night for Tatum. 9 of 23, 3 of 10 from 3.
Yeah, outside Derek White and Porzingis, no one really shooting well on the Celtics roster right now in this game, at least among the starters.
5:34 to go in the fourth. Hurts defensively, but Sam Hauser had a couple of shots. But this is about getting stops now, leading by 5 with 5:23 to go. Peyton Pritchard out there. Celtics going small. He punches it away from Wagner out of bounds. Magic keep it. 9 to shoot. And you can tell when this game is over, you're going to hear from Joe Mazzulla about the Peyton Pritchard defense.
Making Wagner uncomfortable, making sure he's not getting ahead of steam going to the rim because Pritchard's out there hounding him.
Did you ever think Peyton Pritchard could be this valuable in a playoff game without scoring?
No.
23 minutes. Down the right side, Joseph, jump step in the paint, kick out to the wing, Caldwell Pope waiting for the 3, and he knocks it down. Been waiting for his chance. Now he's pumped up to play defense because he made a shot. 91-89. Boston by 2. We have 5 minutes remaining right now if you're syncing up with TNT. Jason Tatum, deep on the right side. High left-hand dribble. Entry, Jaylen Brown. He's in pretty deep. Pump fake on Wagner. Steps through, then kicks to the corner for an Al Horford 3. No good. And the rebound for Banchero. Keeps it away from Derek White. Al Horford is 0 for 3. Celtics are 9 of 31 from 3. Caldwell Pope up fakes the 3. Now steps back away from Jaylen Brown. Finds Wagner into the corner. Joseph, nobody wants to pull the trigger on the 3 now. They had some good looks. Joseph for Banchero against Al Horford. Shot clock at 5. Banchero enters to Wagner. Wagner turns, falls away in the baseline. Can't get it to bounce in. Offensive rebound cleaned up, put back by Wendell Carter, and we are tied at 91.
Payne Pritchard on the ground there. He's not happy. He's looking at the refs, wondering how he can get fouled in that situation before that offensive rebound.
Sam Cassell barking at the officials. Well, you're not going to get any help. Celtics have it in this series from the officials, and you're not going to get help tonight. 4:15 to go in Game 4. Boston 91, Orlando 91 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
At Amica Insurance, we've been protecting New Englanders for generations, long before the first Celtics banner was raised or the iconic parquet floor was laid. For 117 years, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance. So you can count on Amica to show up for you like you show up for the Celtics. Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7 and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
110 Grill at South Bay in Boston is the perfect place to get together with family and friends. Thanks to their award-winning allergy commitment, 100% of their main menu can be prepared gluten-free. Visit them in South Bay Center today or find another location near you. Head to 110grill.com. 110 is a proud partner of the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Become a top performer with UMass Lowell's online MBA. Consistently ranked among the top by U.S. News and World Report. Discover UMass Lowell's online MBA at uml.edu/online.
It's been something in every game for the Celtics tonight. The foul trouble of Porzingis and no Drew Holiday has been enough. Celtics offense again has gone a little stagnant. Knocked down a couple of threes, but a big one for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And we start game 4 over again. It's down to a 4-minute and 16-second game 4, tied at 91.
And Porzingis looks like out on the floor here coming out of this timeout. Last game, Joe Mazzulla waited to get Jaylen Brown back in the game with 5 fouls tonight. With the Celtics offense looking like it is, Porzingis gets a chance with 4 minutes left here.
If you had said, I remember having this conversation in December, Orlando, to me, was a worse matchup than Cleveland for the Celtics in the first round. And then Suggs got hurt, and Mo Wagner got hurt, and they didn't seem like as much of a threat. But remember, when Wagner and Banchero came back, they didn't play great. Middle of the year was disappointing after the start they had had with those guys. But just from a matchup standpoint, you knew it was going to be difficult. Could the Magic cobble together some wins here without being able to shoot? They are 8 of 28 from 3, but the Celtics are only 9 of 31. No Drew Holiday. Celtics turnover number is pretty good. They just had the bad second quarter. Game that has been played on the margin is going to be decided that way. Boston ball, 4:09 to go, tie game. Porzingis playing with 5 fouls. Bumps into Wagner with the ball, then moves it left side to Tatum. Tatum holding it over his head. Anderson Porzingis, who reversed it up, no good, gets his own rebound and stuffs it.
And the foul.
And a foul. Yeah, one of the problems being 1,000 feet from the court is that you can't hear the whistle. But Porzingis, who rushed that first shot up, ended up getting the benefit of it because he was fouled on the putback. Don Banchero, his third.
And that was a great ATO by Joe Mazzulla because Porzingis was wide open going for the alley-oop from the weak side.
This comes with 3:58 to go, breaking the tie. Free throw is good. 3-point play. Porzingis, 18 points in just 21 minutes because of the foul trouble. 94-91. Corey Joseph moves to Devon against Jason Tatum. Now Carter straight away. Porzingis plays off him. Ball move to Caldwell-Pope. Derek White comes out to challenge. They want to go to Banchero. Caldwell-Pope, guess what? Goes to Banchero against Derek White. 4 on the shot clock. Banchero, step back, jumper, bounces out. Rebound, Horford deflects it to Jaylen Brown. Good defense from Derek White. And the rebound for Al Horford. Celtics by 3 on the ball. Jaylen Brown spins away from Caldwell-Pope and gets fouled at the rim. And now the Celtics will be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
And you haven't seen enough of this tonight, but it's Jaylen Brown at his best, getting out there in transition, strong move to the rim, and got hammered by Caldwell-Pope. But Jaylen again at the line, 7 of 8 tonight, so this is the place you want him to be in this series.
I wonder at some point, because Jaylen has changed his routine at the free throw line. He's doing the breathing now. It's working for him as he hits another free throw. But I wonder at what point he's going to start getting the Giannis treatment at the free throw line.
Imagine it'll be someone like some team's going to have to highlight it.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Don't expose him,
12.
Sean. Come on.
And on the 13th second, Jaylen Brown releases, hits the free throws. Celtics break the tie with 5 points to lead 96-91. 3:23 to go in game 4. Franz Wagner pressure from behind by Tatum. It's almost like a timeout. He did.
That was
just
close.
Before Tatum got there. It was really close. We'll keep it here with 3:21 to go and the Celtics leading by 5.
This has been such a fascinating back and forth series. It feels like neither of these teams have been able to get any type of real separation in these last 2 games. And for every time the Magic has run, the Celtics have responded here. And I think they've upped their level of defense here right now, Sean. It's shown on these last couple of possessions. Derek White did a great job contesting Banchero, and at the end there, a little bit of a half-court trap to throw Wagner on his heels a little bit.
Two years ago, A Game 5 or Game 4 win in Atlanta on a Sunday afternoon. Last year, a Game 4 win on a Monday night in Miami. Tonight, the Celtics trying for the third year in a row to win Game 4 on the road and take a 3-1 lead. The year before, they won Game 4 on the road to close out the Nets. A game that was surpassed only by the Kyrie Irving press conference that followed.
That series feels like a lifetime ago now.
It certainly does. 3 years ago when the Celtics swept the Nets, had the great series with Milwaukee, ending with the Grant Williams Game 7. Corey Joseph struggling getting the ball inbounds.
Oh, wow.
Delay of game warning against Horford, and the Celtics already had one earlier, so it's a technical. And Mark Davis is saying that Al Horford was standing too close on the inbound. So the Celtics have been charged a free throw here on 2 delay of game warnings, plus that ridiculous transition take foul earlier, and Orlando's gotten 2 extra points out of it.
Could be a long pool report tonight, Tom.
This one comes with 3:21 to go. 96-92. Joseph bounces the inbound to Banchero. Banchero moving to his right, has Horford in front of him. Banchero 10 for 28 tonight. Banchero spins on Horford, kicks to the corner. Wendell Carter up fakes the 3. Porzingis has 5 fouls. Carter goes at him, but he misses the shot in close, and Tatum has the rebound, his 14th of Game 4. We hit 3 minutes remaining right now if you're syncing up. 96-92. Tatum dribbles behind his back, attacks Banchero on the left side. Throws the shoulder into him. Tatum, step back, squares, hits! Celtics by 6. 98-92. 2:44 to go in Game 4. 30 for Tatum. Wagner into the front court. Do they have enough fireworks offensively? Step back 3, no good. Rebound Derek White. And the Celtics inching closer now. Joe Mazzulla begging the Celtics to race it into the front court. Jason Tatum moves to the left side against Banchero. Boston by 6. Tatum switches to the left hand. Step back 3 in the air. No good, but Banchero fouled him. All series long, the Magic have just fouled the Celtics over and over again, but that was by design. The fouls that they don't plan on are the killers. Banchero easily could have been called for a flagrant getting under the landing space of Tatum in Game 3. Here he tries to go by him, but knocks him down while shooting the 3. Tatum animated here with Tyler Ford. And I guarantee you, again, we're 1,000 feet away, but I promise you, included in this conversation is Tatum's frustration with Banchero getting in his landing spot in Game 3. All this comes with 2:19 to go. I assume they're going to challenge. And they are.
And it looked like, I think it was Mosley that was getting into it with Tatum a little bit over there while they're discussing the review. They were having words when there's a big crowd over in front of the Orlando bench, Sean. No love lost here.
Banchero was moving to his left, to his right. He stuck the right hand out. I don't know if he made contact with the hand of Tatum, but he certainly went into his shoulder and knocked him backwards on the follow-through.
Yeah, it looks like plenty of contact up top.
Not sure there was as much contact as there was on Hardaway at the end of the Knicks game today, but this is going to be a tough one to overturn. I still think if you're Jamal Mosley, you got to go for it here. Right. You need this challenge because of the game situation. You're down 6 with 2:19 to go, and if you win the challenge, then Tatum doesn't get the 3 free throws. If Tatum goes to the line, makes all 3 free throws, it's going to be tough for Orlando to come from 9 points down with their offense and 2:19 to go. Every series has his signature game. This one has been unfolding that way from the start. Officials are done looking at it. They are all talking about it here. Andy Nagy, Tyler Ford, and the crew chief Mark Davis, who we will hear from shortly. In fact, we will hear from him now.
Upon review, it has been determined that although there was some hand-to-hand contact after the ball was released, there was illegal contact to left shoulder of Tatum prior to him returning to the floor. Therefore, this is an unsuccessful challenge and a foul. Tatum will shoot 3 free throws.
That seems like the right call. Tatum, 7 for 7 from the line tonight. I don't believe, and I'm right when I say it, he has not missed a free throw since he went 0 for 4 in game 1.
Not bad of a bruised wrist.
Made 19 in a row.
And it looks like he's getting his ankle taped up on the bench right now, so Paulo again on that foul came under him there. They didn't call the flagrant for it, but he certainly landed uncomfortably trying to flex it out on the bench with his trainer Nick saying over there.
It's going to be really interesting to talk to somebody who was in the midst of this. Planning on having a short conversation with Derek White here if the Celtics hang on. Jason Tatum gets the first free throw. And it's gotten very quiet in here. As the reality beginning to settle in is the Magic have been so physical, defending, mugging, scratching, clawing. They can't do anything here at the free throw line but watch Jason Tatum shoot. He has hit the first 2. Third one is in the air and good, and the Magic are up against it now. 101-92. An 11-1 run for the Celtics after the Magic came back to tie it. 2:13 to go. Banchero turns down the right side, runs towards Porzingis, smart, and he scores off the glass. Porzingis pulled away, didn't want to foul out. Banchero, 29 points on 29 shots. 101-94. Celtics by 7. Derek White, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Bounce pass for Tatum. Tatum against Franz Wagner, minute 45 to go. Tatum lines him up, ducks the shoulder, attacks, stop and start, switches to the right hand, and he misses the layup that would have put it away. Orlando clings to life. Lead for Banchero. Spins on Horford, rises, scoops, blocked, and Horford comes up with another one. Al Horford has made play after play on the defensive end here in Game 4. Derek White, pressure to the backcourt. Ball slapped away. Derek White. Was he knocked down? Is it an 8-second call? What are we doing here? 8-second violation. And Joe Mazzulla is wild at Tyler Ford right now. He's saying Derek White got fouled and knocked down, which is why he didn't get across in 8 seconds. And the Magic are clinging, and I mean clinging, to this game. A lifeline they are barely hanging on to, down by 7 with 85 seconds to go. Franz Wagner into the front court. Jaylen Brown pulls away. Ball moved to Banchero. Taking 30 shots tonight. Banchero moving to his left to the free throw line. Banchero fumbles it, and Al Horford grabs it off the floor. He can't hang on to it. Carter picks it up, trying to move it down low to Banchero. It bounces off him out of bounds, and the Celtics get it back with 68 seconds to go.
Looks like a pinball machine down there going back and forth, but Orlando taking their time if it can come up with it.
They have young, talented players, but they cannot score when they need to score. The Magic do their job. They hold the Celtics off the three-point line again. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough tonight. Pritchard hounded in the backcourt as the ball deflected by Wagner out of bounds. Celtics get it here with 1:06 to go, leading by 7. Tatum. And Celtics have 5 seconds to get it across, so he'll throw it to the front court to Derek White. Derek White, jump pass for Jaylen Brown straight away. Jaylen Brown zips into the corner. Al Horford, long two, no good. Offensive rebound. Peyton Pritchard, kick out to Jaylen Brown, and the clock bleeds. The Magic dry. 49, 48, 47 seconds to go in Game 4. Tatum hounded and fouled by Caldwell Pope, and Tatum will walk to the free throw line with a chance to seal Game 4. And he had some words for Kentavious Caldwell Pope, too. Double technicals.
What a monster rebound by Peyton Pritchard right there before that sequence, Sean. Al Horford getting up the open three from the corner, and Pritchard being the only one there crashing the glass, saving the possession, and hopefully put this game away.
Tatum's first free throw is good. For 4 games, the Orlando Magic have done exactly what they wanted to do. They have made it a rock fight, but they found themselves going head-to-head with a team that has a better slingshot. Tatum hits the free throw. Celtics have their largest lead, up by 9. Magic fans head for the exits. Hoping against hope as Banchero drives and scores that their team could save them one final home game on Thursday night by winning Game 5 in Boston. Peyton Pritchard gets across half court. The margin is 7. Magic will foul to try to extend the game. Nope. Timeout came from Joe Mazzulla before the foul. Grit. The Celtics have not missed on the closeout. They didn't miss it in Brooklyn in 2022. They didn't miss out last year against Miami or Cleveland in Game 5 or Indiana in Game 4. But this is a situation where, as feel-good a moment as this is, to finally get a win in this building, to take the 3-1 lead, the urgency with which the Celtics played those Game 5s last year in the first round against Miami, particularly, I'll never forget Al Horford's urgency against Cleveland in Game 5. Celtics got to wrap this thing up on Tuesday night.
Without a doubt. And they know that, and they've kind of treated that all year long, learning from those lessons 2 years ago about how they gave up that Game 5 against the Hawks. But you saw it in this game now. 91-91 with 4 minutes left. Celtics hold them to 5 points for the Magic in these last 4 minutes here. They're winning. They're doing this with defense, and like you said, they can do a rock fight too.
And it's like one of those kaleidoscopes where the colors change. All the Orlando fans in their blue T-shirts headed for the exits, and you are left with a sea of green scattered throughout the building. Jason Tatum, a 35-point game 4. Inbound, in safe into Derek White. Return to Tatum. Magic got the foul. They're not doing it yet. Tatum gets rid of it to Al Horford. There's the foul with 27.2.
Celtics 26 of 28 at the line tonight, John.
And I think the number, and that's the percentage is great. But to see 28 and now 30 free throw attempts when Orlando's had 20, you win that margin. Turnovers were basically even. Orlando kept the three-pointers close. To their credit, they kept the shooting numbers close. But the Celtics were +7 on the glass, and that's with Porzingis only playing 22 minutes tonight because of foul trouble.
Yeah, huge double-doubles from Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Both those guys have been huge on the glass all series long as they needed it against this Magic team.
Tatum's free throws are good. I got him with 16 in the fourth quarter. 37 for the game. Margin is 9. Wagner races around Tatum, who pulls away. Wagner scores easily. 105-98. Ball slapped away from Pritchard. Celtics just have to get it in bounds. See if Orlando's going to foul here. Delay the inevitable. Another memorable night on the postseason road for the Celtics. They've won finesse games. They've won shooting games. Now they've won the rock fights. Peyton Pritchard escapes into the front court, puts it in the hands of Al Horford. The Magic, for no reason, are going to extend the game. Carter gives the foul on Horford, but our business here is completed with 11 seconds to go, and the Celtics leading by 7.
And Al Horford, only 4 points, 6 rebounds in this game. His fingerprints are all over this game. Defensively, energy-wise, handling winners. Wagner, Banchero, he was everywhere all night.
Celtics playoff basketball brought to you by Amica, the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics, as the chase for Banner 19 continues. Make sure you visit Amica.com today to get a quote on award-winning insurance. Al Horford gets the free throws, and Jamal Mosley's calling a timeout. Good luck with that one. with a 9-point margin and 11.5 to go. Our hardest working player of the game, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Power Tools, built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve. When he was drafted, if you were to suggest that Peyton Pritchard could play 26 minutes in a playoff game without scoring, grabbing 1 rebound, and be one of the most valuable players and an integral part of a Celtics playoff victory on the road, people would have said you were insane. That's exactly what happened tonight.
It's been a remarkable progression, just his entire career with this team. And now to go from 6-man, he obviously made a pretty big impact at points in last year's playoffs, but his playing time diminished as they went further. I don't think that's going to be the case this year, Sean, and nights like this is the reason why.
Be interesting to see what kind of effort you get from the Magic Tuesday night. Late night game in Boston. Crowd will be fueled.
Yes.
By the time the game tips at 8:40, 8:45 on Tuesday night. That's the Celtics go for the closeout. As important as this game was, it ratcheted up a level with the Knicks win in Detroit today. Knicks up 3-1 on the other half of the bracket. And we are 1 win away on each side from that inevitable meeting between the Celtics and the Knicks that did not happen last year. Boston and New York had not met beyond the first round in 41 years. Franz Wagner will trigger it in to Banchero. Final 10 seconds here of game number 4. Banchero launches a 3. It's no good. Jaylen Brown's got the rebound. Orlando will not foul. 2 years ago, the Celtics went to Atlanta and won Game 4 to take a 3-1 lead. Last year they went to Miami and won Game 4 to take a 3-1 lead. Tonight, the third time is the charm, and the Celtics will go back to Boston trying to close it out on Tuesday night. They take a 3-1 lead. Again, they beat the Orlando Magic by a final of 107-98. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
DraftKings has the tools to help you play within your limits. Don't budge on your budget. With the options to set time limits and deposit limits, schedule time away from play, manage your payment methods, and keep track of your recent stats. You'll have all the tools to create a winning game plan. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic, and whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. And me, Cedric Maxwell.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Wait, seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
Tatum working behind Jaylen Brown. He's got a pretty good look at a 3. Takes it and makes it.
Yeah, big mistake by Anthony Black there. Did not get out there on the switch on Tatum. Took advantage.
And Tatum was a half second later reacting, almost shocked that he actually had an open 3. Celtics went 9 of 31 for 3, a recipe for disaster for the Celtics throughout the last couple of years. But tonight, it was enough as they beat the Orlando Magic 107-98 to take a 3-1 lead in the series. Thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef, they're donating $33 to one mission, helping kids fight cancer for every 3 the Celtics make. Home of the original 3-way. Kelly's Roast Beef, proud to be local, always original. We'll wrap it next in the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
As your warm weather fun gets into full swing, Shaw's and Star Market is saving you time and money. Just download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to do your grocery shopping online. Right now, you'll get $30 off your first online order over $75. That's right, use the code SAVE30 and enjoy $30 off your first order. Plus, free curbside pickup or delivery right to your door will be ready in as soon as 30 minutes. Shaw's and Star Market. Save time. Shop online.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
You ready for the Celtics season? Yeah.
If you want your kids to love something,
big game for the Celtics tonight.
It's important to start them young. That's why Amica Insurance and the Celtics Shamrock Foundation are teaming up to improve access to early childhood education across New England so that the next generation gets the start they deserve. Amica Insurance is a proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then?
Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Tatum lines him up, pulls up for three, rims out. Offensive rebound. Al Horford has a big one. Throws it out to Derek White. White going to attack the paint. Ball fake, scoops and scores. Timeout, Jamal Mosley. Al Horford was great in this game. Peyton Pritchard was great in this game. Jason Tatum, 37. Sean Grande, Brian Robb back in Orlando with the Celtics have taken a 3-1 series lead with a 107-98 win over the Orlando Magic. This game was tied with 4 minutes to go. And through 4 games in this series, Brian, the Magic have largely played the way they've wanted to, but the Celtics can play that style better.
They can, and they've had to deal with plenty of adversity. No Drew Holiday again tonight. Porzingis in foul trouble. 3-point shots aren't going down, but this team can play defense with the best of them. And so they showed that again down the stretch. 91-91 game. Porzingis comes back in. Magic scores 7 points down the stretch.
Signs of life from Porzingis. Signs of life from Sam Hauser. That could be big. Not so much tonight, but looking ahead to a Game 5 on Tuesday. No team has been able to keep the Celtics under wraps, particularly from 3, as long as Orlando has. If the Celtics have one game in them with the floodgates finally open, maybe Tuesday night is it.
You'd think so. They're certainly due from three-point range. I did like, though, how much they attacked down low. They got 32 free throws in this game. They're taking what the Magic give them on the interior. So if the Orlando has to adjust to that, I expect the three-point shooting to come.
All right, get a nap in on Tuesday. We're going late. 8 o'clock start on the network. Then at 8:30, Game 5 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals as the Celtics, again, go for the closeout. They go on the road. They get Game 4 tonight by a final of 107-98 to take a 3-1 lead heading into Game 5 Tuesday night in Boston. Cedric Maxwell will be back with me then. In the meantime, we'll talk to Sean Silver.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Nice to hear you, B-Rob. Nice to always hear you, Sean. And, of course, a happy birthday to Cedric Maxwell's mom celebrating a 90th. I'm looking for the little things tonight after a game like this. Big picture is muddled. It's been a murky, mucky kind of series so far. But, the little things really stand out, and that's what put the Celtics apart from the Orlando Magic. Not just their talent, but their ability to be at the right place at the right time and make the plays that matter to pull out a win like this one, 107-98 over the Magic to take a, some might say, commanding 3-1 series lead. With that win, Piantadosi will be donating another $109. Throughout the playoffs, Piantadosi is donating $109 for every Celtics win and 1,000 pounds of bread to Bread of Life in Malden. You can find their famous French bread, rolls, and subs at your local grocery store. That's Piantadosi. Celtics 107-98 winners over the Magic, holding them south of 100 again. It's been that kind of series. We'll be back to talk about this one a little more on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub, Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, do you ever wonder how life might look if you'd saved a little more? Well, April is Financial Literacy Month, and Planned to AT is here to help. We're a nonprofit helping young people improve their futures through financial wellness education. Our fun, simple workshops help students build healthy money habits and get them ready for the workforce. Text PTAT to 26989 to learn how you and your company can get involved. That's PTAT to 26989.
For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on Sirius XM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
Here's what's happening on Sirius XM Sports.
Significant NBA playoff games today. Sirius XM NBA Radio with the play-by-play of all 4 contests, starting with the Detroit Pistons hosting the New York Knicks through tonight's Indiana Pacers at Milwaukee Bucks match. Your playoff home, NBA Radio, Sirius XM Channel 86, and the Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM Sports, wherever you are, your team plays here.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell joined us at the 2025 NFL Draft.
The game evolves, so let's just start with the kickoff.
What we achieved last year, I think, was obviously a different structure. Moving it out to the 35 on a touchback, when you look at the analytics and coaches, and Andy Reid told me this, if it was at 35, I would be kicking it into the kicking zone. And that's what I think is going to happen. We believe it'll go up significantly.
Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and on the Sirius XM app.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
We hit 3 minutes remaining right now if you're sick it up. 96-92. Tatum dribbles behind his back. Attacks Banchero on the left side. Throws the shoulder into him. Tatum, step back, squares, hits.
Welcome back to our Waltham Studios. I'm Sean Silver. There's the dagger from Jason Tatum in a 107-98 Celtics victory over the Magic. Sees now a 3-1 series lead here in the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Let's call Jason Tatum our player of the game with the line that he put up tonight. 37 points to lead all scorers. Not extremely economical. That's why, the honor gives me pause.
Hey sports fans, it's TSI Mike, and we're uniting fans worldwide with the NHL and NBA playoff action while supporting SickKids Hospital right here in Toronto. Click the live viewers link at torontosportsinsider.com and see where everyone is watching from.
Where in the world are you watching from? Now's the time to show for you to let us know where you're watching from in that chat or by visiting our new live viewers website. Holy Mackinac! As we are passing 100,000 insiders on Toronto Sports Insider, the playoff pulse is a global force. Visit torontosportsinsider.com to see our live viewer map and where fans are cheering from right across the globe. While you're there, check out our awesome new website and fresh merch options. Let's keep growing this global community.
Physical basketball, slow, methodical, not a lot of offense, not a track meet. And, really the inability of the Celtics to separate from the Magic, that just kind of sums it up for you. They led by 3 after 1, 5 at the half. They weren't able to add to their lead in the third, actually. That was a pretty tough stanza for them, punctuated by a hard foul on Derek Whitebell, Wendell Carter. Not ruled a flagrant, but it was definitely a hard foul. They were going to call it a hard foul. They actually didn't call it a hard foul. A late return from the locker room and an eventual fourth foul for Kristaps Porzingis. Just, he wasn't able to stay on the court in this one due to the foul trouble. Boston having a hard time converting from outside the arc. For this game, they only shot 9 of 31 from downtown, so that's pretty customary for this series here. Having a hard time getting separation. A 4-point game at the quarter pole, but Derek White, who was consistent in this game, obviously, kind of getting a lot of Drew Holiday's run. He would start the fourth period for the Celtics with a bang.
Jason Tatum after a hot start now, 7 of 19. Guarded by Jonathan Isaac. On the right side, cross-court Derek White, pretty good look, jumps into a three, and he hits it.
A lot of screening action down low there. That got the Magic's attention, allowed Derek White to pop out to the wing for the open look.
But, and there's always a but, and Kristaps Porzingis picks up his fifth foul just 3 minutes into the fourth. It's been a frustrating series for him, to say the least. And a frustrating fourth period until the Celtics really were able to put this one away. They had a weird... kind of following it up. There was a take foul call. That was in the second half. That wasn't the part of the game where I'm trying to describe here, but that was kind of weird. You factor in also a delay of game call and an out-of-bounds play where Al Horford was apparently standing too close to the inbounder. So another free basket for the Magic there. You tally all those little things up. They just kind of hung around. And series villain Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he even got involved on the offensive end.
Down the right side, Joseph, jump step in the paint, kick out to the wing, Caldwell-Pope waiting for the three, and he knocks it down. Been waiting for his chance. Now he's pumped up to play defense because he made a shot.
Yeah, and the Magic would tie it at 91, but when it came down to it, Celtics made plays while the Magic just kind of seemed to be hanging around. There's a difference there. That's where you finally get the separation. Al Horford is fourth and fifth blocks of the game. That dagger jumper that you heard from Tatum at the top of this segment. And then Peyton Pritchard with a monster offensive rebound to pretty much seal this game. A 16-7 run to close out your final score, 107-98. Celtics. Let's go into our box score. The C's shot 44% from the game, 9 of 31 from downtown. That's a 29% clip. They were 30 of 32 at the line. Just shows how aggressive they were. Jason Tatum, 14 of 14 at the line. Jaylen Brown, 9 of 10. So great free throw shooting from the two Celtic stars and the team as a whole. The Magic shot the ball 43%, dragged down by Paolo Banchero's 12 of 32. We thought Tatum's 10 for 25 was unsightly. He was 12 of 32. Magic 8 for 30 from downtown, just 27%. They were 14 of 20 at the line, a ho-hum 70% for them. Celtics did take over the rebounding in this one, won at 46-38 in that category. The Magic did dish out more assists, 23-17. Again, having Drew Holiday back might help in that category, and we'll see what happens there. Both teams 10 turnovers, so no real advantage there. We mentioned Tatum, the game-high 37 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Jaylen Brown, 21 points in this one, 11 boards, just 6 of 16, but as we mentioned, got it done at the free throw line, was aggressive, and his perimeter defense very underrated in this one. Kristaps Porzingis, 19 points in just 22 minutes. He was 7 of 14 from the field, did drill his first and second three-pointers of this series. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, a nifty game for Derek White on an economical